Matter Mob Production. Matter Mob Production.
Hello, everybody. To the 2 viewers out there.
Woo.
Sweet.
Yeah, like my new
up.
layout. Thank you. I love it. Mwah.
I was gonna say it's probably two of us in here who are viewing this.
Right, exactly. Let me just
Actually, I'm also gonna.
shrink the.
This is a Project Eradication way out.
No.
Not exactly, but I guess that's funny though. Kinda, I know what you mean. Fuck's sakes.
I dropped down.
Oh damn.
Did you make those layouts?
Yeah, what the hell? What's going on? Who keeps moving? Oh, you changed your name?
Yeah, I just changed my name.
Okay.
That's
I was
it.
like, what's happening?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, I think that's everybody in there. If I need to make it smaller later, we will. Look at that. That's pretty. Yeah, it took me some time, but eventually I started getting like the first window with all our pictures on it. That one took the longest because I had to like really kind of like try to figure out how to do it. And then the bigger window I did a lot faster because I just had to copy and pasting. So, but yeah, I really like it a lot. I had to it kind of shrinks the tier stream in the Discord chat, but it's really not that bad. So we're gonna roll with this. I think this is. I just wish I had thought about this earlier, but we're like 7 episodes into like season 4. But season 4, we still got plenty of streams for this season. So, and I might just reuse these assets for future videos, anyways. So it's all good. All right.
I could make a joke, but I ain't going to.
Nice.
What did I say?
You said all right.
Flower, do the thing.
Yes. Is it time for the list?
It's time.
I am back.
Welcome back. I'm about to randomize.
Welcome back.
Oh no, I'm first.
Welcome back.
Oh no.
I'm scared. I don't want to be first. I didn't get to do my homework again.
I skimmed these
Yeah, let's
episodes
go.
and I was putting together the thumbnails, so I'm gonna be coloring this whole thing.
Let's see that list.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, okay.
Spin the wheel. Smack dab in the middle. Well, you didn't want to be first, Cam.
How do I
That's
have
right.
second to last? Okay.
Where's my pin button?
Gotta go get my
Alright.
notes ready.
I guess I'm first.
Take it away.
I'm gonna set the tone for the rest of this talk because this is gonna be a long one, boys, girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sit tight. Get your popcorn. If you don't have it, too late.
Oh, I meant
Who did I
J-Man's
rig it?
name is.
I'm literally using random.org. That is the screenshot.
How do we know?
Look,
It's
look,
just
guys,
it's just a nice.
Yeah.
It's just a
guys, we all
run-
know
running
that
joke.
I'm Laura's favorite friend. That does not mean she rigged it by putting me as number 2.
That's funny.
Have you met her in real life then?
You're not making a good case for yourself, buddy.
I don't even want to be first. Not rigged.
You want?
Yeah,
We can
I know,
swap places, Flower, if that makes it better.
What?
Gosh. We can swap places. I'll go first. You go second.
No, I'm gonna honor the wheel. I can go first.
Honor it.
I mean, we did say we did bring up the idea after stream last time of like Flower just always being the one to like give us the whole like description
Yeah,
or summary of
I
the
think we
episode, and then we
did.
just all
That
like
wouldn't be me giving thoughts. That's just me. Giving
yeah.
it. I guess I'll do both in back to back. Okay.
See how it goes.
So, summary time for this episode. Just a quick recap. Essentially, Replica. Odd stays up all night playing video games. Then morning comes, he's supposed to get up for class, and he's like, I can't. That'll feel wrecked me. Aelita, please, make up a story for why I can't come in to school. And Aelita's like, why me? Because I picked you. And she's like, okay. So they go to gym class, and then Aelita's like, oh, Odd got sick from something, and he's at the infirmary, and Jim's like, okay. And then Jim throws his back during class, and he goes to the nurse's office, and he's like, oh, Della Robbia must have recovered quickly. And she's like, Della Robbia hasn't been here. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, oh, no. So then Jim and Delmas walk in to Odd's room. Odd wakes up. He's like, "Oh, this must be a nightmare." And Jim's like, "Nah, you're awake, but you're right. This is a nightmare." Odd and Aelita get pulled to the principal's office. Delmas is like, "How dare both of you? Detention, like 4 hours detention." And then Odd gets real mad. He's like, Aelita, you suck. You didn't come up with a good excuse. And Aelita's like, well, how was I supposed to know he's gonna throw his back out and then have that story fail? He's like, I don't care. You should have had a better excuse. And then Aelita's like, no. Well, then they get in a fight about it. Odd's mad at Aelita for not doing a good job with the cover story. Aelita's mad at Odd for like getting her involved in his mess, and having to get detention out of it. And that sets up them fighting. And then Jeremy's like, well, we gotta go explore that replica. So let's get going, guys. And Odd and Aelita, meanwhile, are just petty infighting the entire time. They get to the replica, and then they're like, finally, they're like, yeah, let's break into teams. Two people to explore, 2 people to defend the Skidbladnir, because we don't know what Xana's gonna do. And then they're just like, finally, yeah, let's split up. And then Orig and Yumi are just like, no, we're sick of you 2 fighting. We're just gonna leave. So Orig and Yumi just immediately leave on Aelita to defend the Skidbladnir. I'm not as good with the Lyoko stuff, but from what I remember, essentially they're out exploring the replica. Orig and Yumi are out and about scouting, and then William shows up with a bunch of Xana's monsters, and they're like, hey, let's take out the Skidbladnir while you're incredibly vulnerable. So some fights happen. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I forgot. I forgot about another huge plot point. I'm gonna roll back. While they're making plans... Before they make plans to go explore the replica, Odd and Aelita are fighting. Nicholas is asking a bunch of people, hey, you want to have a breathtaking experience in the moonlight tonight? And he gets rejected a bunch of times. He asked the question to Aelita, and she's like mad at Odd. So she's like, Odd makes the comment is like, oh my god, you're not... Of course she won't. And then Aelita's like, nah, you know what? I would love to do that, Nicholas. And he's like, okay, great. And Odd's like, really? She's like, I'd rather do that than hang out with you. Let's see. Anyway, so then they make plans to do the replica, and Aelita's like, oh, hey, Nicholas, sorry, something came up. I gotta study something project, whatever. I can't make it. And Nicholas is like, aw, but okay, I understand. Cut to those two at the river by the bridge to the factory, and Nicholas is just fishing in it with Herb because no one else would go with him. Let's see. Sorry, I'm laughing at the live voice chat.
I love that you were the only one who was laughing. That was funny.
Yeah, let's see. Nicholas is there, and then he sees Aelita and Odd running across the bridge, and he's like, wait, didn't Aelita say she was busy with a study project? What's she doing here? Nicholas is like, come on, Herb, we're gonna explore and rat them out. So they go into the factory, and they're basically just trying to find Odd and Aelita. They have a bunch of hijinks. I will get into that later, but that's a subplot.
I was right, Cameron, wasn't I?
You were right.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Why is there an F here all of a sudden? I'm like, I don't remember this.
I told you I was gonna do it.
Oh my god. I said
You can't just
Forcatic
do it now.
Bombshell.
Oh, it was kind of bombshell. Damn it! I forgot.
Oh my god.
I was getting mixed up with
you
this.
had one job.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I did it.
You can
I did
stay.
it though.
You can stay. It's
I could
fine.
I was gonna get rid of it because I
It's
don't
funny
know
because we're totally not going to put Kinetic Bombshell in F tier as much as Wazy wants it to be.
I don't even know if this is gonna be F, to be honest.
And at worst, it'll be D, but I have a
Mhm.
strong suspicion we're gonna get it, and it'll be in C.
I
That's
actually
just
put
great.
it here.
Is that Boss Baby or something?
That's
It's
Mega
Oh,
Mind.
Megamind. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was
Got the
my
same.
mind.
Mega Mind. Oh.
He did it.
It's
All right.
very worth it to watch Megamind. But anyway.
Same.
Let's see. Right, so Nicholas and Herb are around the factory. They don't take the elevator because it's like, oh, that's old. It might be dangerous. Eventually, while Jeremy's running the mission, Nicholas and Herb, they find like the back way into the lab where you can climb up a ladder and then get into like the roof, which the show has established is an alternate route. And they're climbing their ladder. Herb steps on Nicholas's hand. He screams out, and Jeremy hears it from his laboratory. And he's like, "What?" And then he pulls up the security cam. He's like, "Wait, what? Nicholas and Herb? What are they doing here? They can't be here." So he gets up to be like, I need to divert them because I guess I'm bouncing a little back and forth. These plots are intermingled throughout the episode. Jeremy can't do a return to the past. He needed to come up with a shield for the Skid Blanier so like it doesn't get taken out and have like all his friends be stranded in the digital sea forever.
I'm glad they explained that.
Yeah, he's like, well, Xana's not really attacking. We don't need an RTTP for a while. And then he sees Nicholas and Herb. He's like, gosh darn it. Okay, well, I can't return back in time, so I got to figure something out. And he leaves, and he actually basically plays bait, and they just think, oh, it's odd. And Nicholas and Herb are start chasing after him. I know one scene in particular, like when they're on the ladder, Jeremy just holds out a metal pipe and drops it to get their attention. He's like, "Oh wait, they're behind us now. Let's go." Yeah. So they run. He leads them on for a while. He gets into the elevator. He goes down it. He rushes and he turns off he locks the elevator, and then they're stuck there. Bouncing back a little bit, at some point, Aelita and Odd, they're kind of fighting, but then Xana attacks and they kind of have to make up. There's a moment where Odd gets knocked off the platform. He's falling to the digital sea, and Aelita like devirtualizes him before he just, like devirtualizes forever. And he's just like, all right, thanks, Aelita. And so at that point, Jeremy's running into the lab to lock the elevator. Odd's just chilling there because he got devirtualized. Wait, we don't need an RTTP, the ever hilarious Nicholas and Herb. So what's your secret? Let's see. Yeah, so Odd.
That's
So
so
Jeremy's
funny.
like, "All right, I locked the elevator, but we gotta figure out what to do with them." And Odd's like, "I got an idea, but you need to have an open mind." Jeremy's like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what that means." And Odd's like, "I need Aelita." And so Jeremy tells Org and Yumi make it to the Skid Lanier. They manage to like fight off the guys, and then Aelita's just they're like, "Okay, we need." Odd's like, Odd says he needs you, so we need to devirtualize you. And then Ulrich is like, all right, I'll devirtualize you on 3, 1, 2, and then devirtualizes her. She comes back in the scanner, and Odd's just like, okay, I have a plan to deal with Nicholas and Herb. And we don't know exactly what he says, but Alita's like, it just cuts to, what, you want me to do something like that? Are you, after what we've just dealt with? And he's like, unless you got a better idea. And then Aelita smirks, which makes it real ambiguous on whether what happens next is Odd's idea or Aelita's. But the elevator moves up, and Nicholas and Herb are like ready to like, oh, we caught you. And then we see it looks like Aelita and Odd kissing, and they just are like, and then they just leave. And then it just cuts back to the next day. Like they're Herb and Nicholas are telling Sissy, "Hey, we saw Aelita and Odd kissing in the factory last night," and Sissy's like, "That's worse than the story about like the one teacher's toupee." And then you see Aelita and Odd walking by, and they insult each other, and then Sissy just punches Herb, and then Aelita and Odd are just like, Alita's like, "Well, that should stop any rumors from circulating," and then they get into a sort of playful fight, and it ends with Aelita chasing Odd. They made up, they're friends again. And that's how the episode ends.
I'm glad I'm going first.
Take a big breath. I heard that part.
Let me take a step before I get into my thoughts, because I was trying to hold back on thoughts.
Yeah. No problem.
It's gonna be good, I can tell.
This episode is almost good. It's the only real issue is the setup for Aelita and Odd fighting, which I think that's the hang up a lot of people have with this episode, because it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because the episode, what I think the writers are wanting to do is, okay, Aelita and Odd are fighting, and then they just have that as like a B plot throughout the episode, and that's what they wanted to do. But and it's supposed to be like petty, like they're just petty fighting, like, you know, kids fight and all that. But like Odd, what Odd does is incredibly selfish. I'd argue it's like the second worst thing he's done in the show, if not in just season 4 specifically. Like, there was no reason for you to stay up all night playing video games, my guy. Like, you interrupted Ulrich's sleep, you dragged Aelita into your mess, and then you have the audacity to be mad at her when her favor backfired on both of you. Like, my guy. And then when Aelita, like, you know, is like, I'm mad at you, like, yeah, honestly, justified. She didn't have to help him out. I've seen some arguments that, like, well, Odd was just really sleep deprived and he just wasn't thinking clearly, which I guess, but he should be called out more, I think, is another issue, because the friend group doesn't seem like, they just kind of make fun of him for it. But like, the fact that like Aelita, they should all be on Aelita's side, because like, dude, they had no good reason to do that.
Does anyone call them out on it?
No.
What? Aelita calls him out on it, but like, I don't think anyone else. They call him out on fighting with Aelita, but that's more like, I'm sick of Odd and Aelita fighting, not like, dude, you stayed up all night and then made Aelita get caught up in your mess, like, for no good reason other than your own selfish desires. Like, my guy. Tetrix and Twilight is really serious stuff.
Like, my guy.
My guy. That's a phrase.
Sorry.
My guy. My dude.
Sorry, that's an expression I would use.
My dude.
Maybe I got it from you then. I don't know where I
Oh,
picked it.
that's not good. My vocabulary is rubbing off on people, and I got it from someone else.
I also
so.
am a sponge. I pick up phrases from all over the place, so that might just be a me thing. I'm the guy.
Oh, I do the same thing. Sorry, where were we? That threw me
I'm
off.
talking about the meat of this episode, which is the Odd and Aelita fight, which like from the perspective, like the overview episode of what it's serving for the plot, it's they're in a petty fight and that's supposed to be the through line. And if it weren't for the fact that it's so one-sided, the show does not treat it like it's one-sided. They're like, oh, come on, Aelita, he just did a stupid thing. You should just make up already. Why are you still fighting? Why are you still mad at him? And it's like, why she should be justified. I think the rest of you should be a little mad at him.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it, I remember watching it and just feeling really weird when like the other warriors were like, Aelita, stop fighting with Odd. It's like, but why though? She's justified. She's wildly justified. I get Odd being mad at Aelita, but he's in the wrong. Aelita did him a favor and it backfired.
Yeah, but like, come on. She came up with such an easily disproven lie.
Grim
That
on,
got him caught.
Grim
That's
on
why he's
YouTube
mad.
says they've just gotten used to him, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
The problem with season 4 Odd is like the worst Odd out of all.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
My last
Season
video
2
about
Odd would not have done this.
Yeah.
And it's not even the worst thing he does. I'm waiting. It'll be a while before we get to the worst thing, but
That is funny.
I'm
I
positive
love
right
that. That is absolutely true.
there.
All of a sudden, what?
All right, let's see how we. All right, let's see how much I got. The.
What was? Wait! It's over.
Oh yeah, what's your reign?
Flower, are you done?
no, sorry. I was looking
Oh,
at you.
okay.
I
I was like, I thought
Sorry,
Dylan was going for a second.
Y'all were talking, and I'm like, all right, I have.
Our bad.
You're good. Yeah, no. Yeah, I get. I'm sure we're gonna talk a lot more about the Odd and Aelita fight because, like, I'm just gonna be the one to say that, like, if the fight were better written, this episode would not be as bad. If they actually set it up where, like, yeah, because Aelita can be petty. It actually would be. It is kind of interesting to see this more petty, more independent pushback side of Aelita to be like, no, I'm not just gonna just roll over and take this nonsense. I'm mad at you. You did it bad, and I tried to help you, and you're mad at me that it didn't work out. But like, you're the one that messed up, dude. You have no right to be mad at me.
It's a sneak peek for Evolution, Aelita.
My God.
That's so good. Oh my god. You know what? No, the writers for Evolution, they had to do some homework and that was their first episode. They're like, I like this
Yeah.
character.
Oh, that is definitely true.
Oh my god.
What was it? Yeah, but to get off of that specifically, I might come up with like alternative ideas they could have done. Part of my suggestion was to like lean more into the Nicholas and Herb and have that be the source of the conflict instead. Where I don't know. I have to think about it. But anyway, speaking of Nicholas and Herb, that B plot is what arguably saves this episode for me personally because it is amazing. It is interesting how their infighting led to this. Like, it's a funny chain of reactions to be Aelita being like, I'm going to agree to Nicholas's thing just to tick off Odd because I'm mad at him. And then she turns him down,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Wait, but you turned me down. Why are you doing here?" And now they're in the factory, and it is so great. All of their funny lines. When I was looking for thumbnails, there's this great moment where like Nicholas is about to press the elevator button, and then Herb just slides in and makes the actually pose, like actually does that. I'll post it. Actually, I took the screenshot.
Yeah, I was gonna copy and
earlier.
paste it for you.
Yeah, I'll copy paste it. Where is it? Right here. I'll do two because I took two screenshots. So here's Nicholas about to press the button, and here's Herb sliding in with the actually pose. Actually, Nicholas, this is a super old elevator. If we take it, we could die, actually. Which is actually a really good point. Kind of crazy that Jeremy just trusted this thing with his life, and then continues to trust this thing with his life. But anyway, it's actually weird because I've read a lot of CL fanfics that it has that energy of like the OC wandering into the factory for the first time, especially near the beginning, and they're just kind of wandering around. Normally they go right for the elevator because, you know, the point is they discovered the supercomputer. They're not doing that with Nicholas and Herb, obviously. But they also just have such fun banter. It kind of makes me wish we got to see more of them in the show than we did. Because this is Nicholas and Herb without Sissy. There's no Sissy here. It's just those two, and they're just being morons. And they just have this great banter. You have Herb being like very overly cautious, and Nicholas is just so determined. Like, nah, we're here. I want to catch them. We're gonna do this. I am not a moron.
Sorry, I had to reference that. How could I not?
No, I am not a moron.
Come on, punch you into this pit.
Or that crazy.
The pit's where the elevator is.
I actually kind of like Jeremy taking a like action here. Like he actually gets to do a physical role of, and he doesn't like lose. It isn't him trying to fight a specter and just dying. Weirdly, that season 4 has like at least 2 moments. Like there's the rooftop scene, and now we have this one where he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna play bait for Nicholas and Herb. And like he's running the risk of getting caught because if they catch him, they're just like, Jeremy, what are you doing here? And he'd have to think up an explanation. And he doesn't get
I mean,
caught.
he could just say, I'm curious if Aelita's up to something with Odd, and I'm looking for him. What are you doing here? Like he could fib his way into it, but
yeah, but then he'd be stuck with those two, and he couldn't get back to the supercomputer.
Yeah.
I already told enough lies.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't get caught. He actually succeeds in baiting them back to the elevator, and I do like that scene where he's rushing. He's like, I need to like, hey, and I can't talk. Gotta lock the elevator like right now before they walk into the supercomputer room. Oh yeah, and Odd and Aelita's bonding. I'm mixed about it because on the one hand, the setup for the fight is so bad, but like if it was better handled and them just wind up realizing no, we do still care about each other despite the stupid fight we're in, it would be sweet. But I'm mixed because I'm still salty on how the fight was handled. Also, crazy that Ulrich and Yumi were just like, no, we're sick of you and we're just gonna leave you to yourselves. But it's like, clearly the problem is Aelita being in proximity with Odd. It's not like Aelita would complain about Odd when he's not around. I actually think splitting them up would have been a better solution. The episode doesn't. The real reason is because the episode wants them to make up. And also
because subtle shipping is subtle.
That too.
Not even just that. Flower, you realize that Ulrich and Yumi specifically want Jeremy to suffer because they won't be able to hear him.
I was about to say that. I was literally about to say that. Like, yeah, they won't be able to hear Aelita and Odd fighting, but poor Jeremy. Poor Jeremy has to put up with that. My God, you're right, Kat. You're right.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
Kettle calling the pot black, honestly. They're like, no, we're sick of your infighting. Like, King, Queen, you are worse. You are so much worse.
Yeah.
This is like a one-off rarity. You two, this is like a regular for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something sweet about Aelita saving Odd and Odd being like, thanks, Aelita, and then them making up at the end. It's just, I wish the fight was better. I feel like I'm repeating myself, though. Yeah, and yes, we get to explore the replica. I kind of almost forgot about the main plot.
Thanks.
That's
In
for
my
true.
mind, the cool moment is when we get to like teleportation, but we're not there yet. So it's like, it's like a new sector of except it's the forest sector. Yeah, is it forest? Shoot, I'm bad at remembering sectors.
It'd be nice.
It's forest.
Yeah,
Airs.
perfect.
That
That's
is
I
actually
was looking
perfect.
at them.
It's just like the first Lyoko sector, the first replica.
Yeah, it's forest. Okay, and William showing up and them having to like it's all cool fight stuff. I'm not the best at judging that stuff or even remembering it, so I don't have a lot to say about it. But it was neat. There's some fun things that happen. I will still remember Ulrich devirtualizing Aelita like on 3, 1, 2, devirtualize, just slashes her. Yeah, and the kiss at the end, which is crazy plot. That okay. Odd does come up with some crazy ideas. But also, was it Aelita's? Because she smirks at the like after he's like, "Hey, you got anything better? Better idea?" So you could interpret that as Odd came up with this crazy stunt with Aelita, and Aelita's like, "I have something simpler. How about we just kiss?" And he's like, "Oh, wow, that's really open-minded. I was just thinking we'd be holding hands." I don't know. Or it could have been, I don't know. I could, it's just it's just me speculating. The likelihood is that Odd came up with the kissing idea and Aelita was smirking because she's like, alright, I think we can make this work.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh.
What?
Please excuse me. I'm so glad I'm going first because I got plenty to say. I got more to say about this episode than a number of them. Then
Now he's writing fire on his notes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was, yes, it was.
Hold on, where's
brought
that
up
gif at?
We're supposed to be cousins. I'm sure other
Yeah.
people will get into that more. Because that doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't bother me as much.
damn it,
I like to
Colton!
think-
I was gonna.
I like to imagine that Nicholas
works.
just forgot that they were cousins, and Herb, I don't know if Herb would actually like not care or he would forget too. Because I know there was an implication way early on when Aelita first showed up that Herb was kind of into her at first, and then he immediately realized that she's kind of close to Jeremy, and he's like, okay, yeah, no, I can't touch that.
I think it's been said numerous times before, but it's not as weird to date like your third cousin or more or like further.
I've
in
seen some
French
arguments
culture.
that like that might be why they were keeping it secret. It's like, oh, it's secret because they're cousins and that can't get out. And
The writers just forgot.
yeah, that's probably what happened. Honestly,
There's a lot of
Yeah.
things in the show
They
that can
could've
be
just-
explained
they
by
could've
the writers
just-
forgot about it.
they could have just fixed it with Sissy being like, "Aren't they cousins? Like that wouldn't work."
Yes. Thank you.
And they're
How can you
just
forget
like,
that one, though?
Sorry, it's not my
that's
turn
all
yet. I'm sorry.
All they need to do is have Sissy say something, and Herb's just like, "Well, I don't know. I just saw what I saw." That's all they need to do to fix that. But yeah, as
Yeah.
we said, the writers just forgot. I'm sure we'll talk more about that specifically later. William can't swim. I've talked about that before. Let's see. Yeah, and that's the episode. Nicholas and Herb are fantastic. And as much as I hate the fight at the beginning, and I think it muddles the rest of that B plot, it has some good moments. What would I rank this? I think B plus. I think is where I'm gonna. I might change it, but I think I'm going with B. No, let's just do solid B. Just solid B.
Okay.
I might lower that later.
All right, who's next? Oh, Dylan.
Okay, Dylan, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
take a big breather.
Ah!
You did great.
Woo!
You're not holding your breath, are you?
No.
No.
I
I
Dylan,
think
whenever-
you wouldn't say anything.
Time for the bird that games.
Yeah, Dylan, whenever you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he stepped away.
He passed out from holding his breath.
Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah.
Dylan? Mr.
He
Gamebird?
was just so taken aback by everything Flower had to say that.
Dylan, come back. It's your turn.
I guess
Had to
it's
yell.
I think what happened was that
Adios.
Digwis and Herb showed up at his house,
Mm.
and then
You want to come
like
with us to breathtaking...
he heard Herb screaming.
What the hell is Dylan doing?
He's now
What?
trying to redirect them from his home because he doesn't want Nicholas and Herb knowing where he lives. So he's being Jeremy right now.
And they did go back and tell Sissy, "Hey, we saw Dylan here." Like, I don't know.
What?
I'm
No,
just
he's
telling
back.
you what I saw.
My pizza was done. I had to get my pizza.
Yeah, I had a feeling you left.
You want me to burn my
But,
pizza? My turn?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Just burn your pizza.
Replica is a good episode. A very good episode. There's a lot of very fun things and introduces a lot of very fun concepts. Now, we've known Xana's been doing shit on the internet for quite a while, but we haven't really known what. And with this episode, we have some of the answer, but not all of it. I think that it's honestly kind of clever, just like what's Xana been doing on the internet? Oh, he's been making other Lyokos because those allow him to interact with the real world and do Xana things. I think it's also kind of interesting that the first replica is the forest replica. Or it's a replica of the forest sector because the forest sector is technically chronologically the first sector we see in the show. And it's not the first because the first is the desert sector in Teddy Godzilla, but if we're talking about Xana Awakens, we start in the forest sector. So it's kind of a neat little nod to the prequels in that the first replica is also the forest sector, which is the first sector that they go into in Lyoko.
I just put that off.
Flower said enough about the weird fight and the B plot of this episode. So I'm gonna focus on the Lyoko fight scenes and everything. So obviously they go in here, they're like, well, Xana obviously made this, and it's kind of weird that they just aren't expecting Xana to do anything about them being there. You know, the shields are underpowered, and it only takes like, I guess counting, it probably only takes about 10 mega tank blasts to take out the shields, which it doesn't really seem like a lot for the skid. If you like, you think they'd want stronger shields, wouldn't they? But it gives us a nice little bit of conflict and helps add to the tension in the B plot, so you can't really fault it too much. We get a nice, cool little fight scene between Odd and William, where Odd loses because, of course, he would. Minus that one time he wins. But we're not going to talk about that because we haven't talked about it yet. And then, you know, William's just like, Yumi, Ulrich, and Aelita? Well, shit, I need to leave. You know, I could maybe take Aelita and Odd, but Ulrich and Yumi here? No, I can't do that. That's too much emotional damage for me to bother with. So he just nopes out of there. Xana kind of admits defeat, almost like he's won, because he's like, well, they're gonna leave now, so I don't need to worry about this. And then they have to slash Aelita to get her back, which it's like the only time we ever see. Oh no, wait, Odd gets to pilot this kid, doesn't he, in an episode? Right? Am I remembering right? He in a later episode. Yeah, he pilots the skid in a later episode.
He does
doesn't
it in Evolution.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does it in
No.
Kids, not OG.
No,
might
he does
be-
it in the original show. He does.
Okay.
Yumi does too, I believe, but not Ulrich.
Yeah, because doesn't Yumi pilot it back in this episode or something? Just off screen.
Yes.
One of the few times we get a character, we get the implied fact that a character other than Aelita pilots the skid through the digital sea, which is like kind of interesting because like it seems almost purpose built for Aelita to be the main pilot, and then Odd, Ulrich, and Yumi are sort of the support craft, the fighter support in a sense. So it's like pretty much in, I think, the second episode of the skid, it's just Yumi gets to pilot it. Which is, we don't even get to see it, but Yumi just gets to pilot it. And it's not crazy. It probably controls fairly similar to the nav skid, so it's not the end of the world. But it's just not something that feels like it should be happening yet, but oh yeah, it already is. I don't know. I don't really have too much to say. So A+.
A+.
Yes.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Look.
I mean,
You
hey,
gotta rep the episodes that set up for things that are greater. You gotta give them credit for that. That's what
so
Replica is.
You're really gonna give Cat
Replica Replica is the starter dish. The chicken fingers, the onion rings,
God.
the thing you order before your appetite. So you can't just go into a restaurant and say the appetizer is a fucking B when you're given the main meal an S. It doesn't make sense. The appetizer's gonna be an A at least when the main course is an S. You got a problem with that, Cam? You just fucking hate onion rings, Cam?
What is happening?
Hey, Cameron's like, what did I do?
The onion rings. I'm lost in the sauce now. Let me dip those onion rings in the.
You're too
Wow.
I have
deep into
birthday
the
in the
starters, Cam.
The what?
You're losing
Oh.
focus on the meal as a whole. I'm just being funny. But yes,
This
A plus.
Can't believe it.
A plusel.
Puzzle. Love that guy.
Plusel.
Puzzle.
Plusel.
Puzzle.
Who's next? That's not me.
I don't
Like
know.
it-
Oh, it's my turn.
Colton is next.
Oh, all right.
Damn.
Crack those knuckles.
Colton, do you need more time? I can delay if you need more time to write your notes.
I've had enough time waiting, for goodness sake.
Your notes are on fire, Colton, is what you're saying, right? You're about to
What
spit
it might
that
be, who
fire out.
knows?
I cede my time.
Well, you said you didn't have much to talk about. I got plenty to talk about. So, it's oh my god, this episode. Yeah, I before we started, I did not know what episode this was, but then when I found out it was, oh my god, yeah, oh jeez. I'll be real, this episode sucks. Oh god. That might be a surprise, but maybe it won't. I don't know. This episode has irritated me for a while. It's probably one of my least favorite episodes, to be quite honest. It's like the chips are down to me, pretty much. It's on that scale.
Right.
Ugh.
Damn.
Honestly,
Now to be
honestly, I understand, Colton. That's a very fair.
You rated it A. What the hell are you talking about? I'm so confused.
I'm ready to
I'm
say,
being
but you know
diplomatic
what? I
here,
do
Cam.
understand.
Okay.
An A plus, no doubt. But
I mean,
anyway.
sometimes the onion rings are just bad. I'll admit, sometimes the onion rings are just bad.
Where you get onion rings that are bad.
Who has onion rings as an appetizer?
A lot of people.
I
A
do.
lot
Is
of
that just
people.
me? Or
It like
Oh no, Outback Steakhouse, bloomin' onion.
bloomin' onion isn't onion rings, but it's essentially onion rings. So
I think
fine,
it's
fair.
but we got off track. I finally have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order for me to
Oh my God.
explain why I hate this episode, I have to start over on on everything really. So let's start from the beginning here. Odd playing video games makes sense, really. You know, it's that's par for the course with what he does. And so him being like, oh no, I slept in. I gotta get someone to cover for me. And instead of like he doesn't get Ulrich, instead he gets Ilea. That's already kind of weird, I
think
guess.
it was just Alita was the first person he saw, and he's like, you're the one, do it.
I think that but I figured that he would I don't know. I think that maybe he should have trusted Ulrich more in order for him to do it. That way they wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
I think Alita
Um,
does straight up ask why me, but I forget what he says.
I don't know. Like this a whole this episode has so many holes it might as well be cheese. But anyways. So of course, Ilea tells that Odd got sick and had to go to the infirmary, which valid explanation. I don't doubt her for it. I mean, they've tried to. Usually, it's the cases. They'll say, "Hey, can I go to the infirmary?" And then they all jump out of class. So, you know, makes sense. Obviously, Jim gets hurt, has to go to the infirmary. All the jig is up. And then Odd and Ilea get in trouble. 4 hours of detention, which just. Now, the one thing I'm confused about this episode, like, were they supposed to go to the detention, or did they just get out? Like they usually probably would. Like, did they? Does anyone know?
What was the
That is a
question?
good question.
What was the question? I was pulling up another scene. Sorry.
Sorry, the question was, so Odd and Ilea get 4 hours of detention. So did they have to go to detention like immediately, or
It was later that
is it
afternoon. The mission they undertook was like later in the evening. So they basically gave up their
Yeah.
afternoon and they did it, and then they went to do the mission.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do think they show you. I do think they showed them in detention, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they don't. Who knows?
I don't think they do.
They
If I
don't.
remember
Well-
correctly. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's just fine and dandy. Then, well, excuse me for being confused. For goodness' sake,
Just imagine that they were glaring at each other for 4 hours. So there you go.
Honestly, yeah.
that. Oh my god. Okay, so obviously Odd and Ilea at this point are fighting. It's all petty. Obviously, it's petty teenager stuff. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like seeing my family fight. And by family, yes, I mean these people. Yes, they are my family at this point. But yeah, it just sucks seeing them fight. I don't like seeing them fight. But it seems like as if Jeremy, Yumi, and Ulrich, like, they're obviously irritated by it. Once again, like, why are Yumi and Ulrich irritated? Like, they fight all the time. Like, I didn't understand, like, being irritated at other people fighting, but now, like, other people fighting, now you get sick and tired of it. Well, maybe, if the shoe fits, I don't know why I said that, but anyways. I didn't write that in my notes, by the way. I just said it. By the way, Flower said earlier, like, we're talking about the meat of the episode. I think the meat's gone rotten, in my honest opinion.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, which is what Kat wrote earlier. So thank you for stealing my joke. I don't mind though. So finally, they get out of detention, I guess, and then Nicholas and her, their plot here, this saves the entire episode pretty much. obviously breathtaking experience in the moonlight. That's a meme at this point. It's a meme, a
They
Koyoko
make that a
meme,
meme.
pretty much.
It's a good, kind of is. Well,
I
yeah.
think that honestly, I think it should be more popular than it already is, and but that's like saying Peter Duncan should be more popular than he already is.
My man.
Yeah. So they all go. So oh yeah, let me. This confused me. Where the hell did never mind Nicholas and Herb like fishing at the river, like them deciding to go fishing. Where the hell did Nicholas even get a fishing pole? Like, is he
Some
He made
happy?
himself.
I can have hobbies.
Well, the thing is that like this dude, this can't be the first time this dude's fished on at least at the river or whatever. So that was interesting to see. Once again, I think that Nicholas and Herb should have had more screen time. And it is nice seeing them without Sissy for once. They all go to Lyoko. They all get to the forest. It's always the Lyoko scenes usually that I have a hard time remembering. It kind of just blends together, which kind of sucks to say about this show, but obviously, like Oric and Yumi are sick and tired of the insults, and then they just leave Odd and Ilia to argue with each other. Like, is that a smart move? Obviously, I think that they're trying to like protect the Skip with Nier, I guess, but like,
I'd argue it isn't, but I think it was just, oh, we're sick of these two. We need a break from them. That was their mindset.
but is it a good idea to split up on Lyoko? You know, you never know what could happen.
Well, yes, actually, because what they're doing is it's an exploration mission. If everyone's exploring, then the Skidblade Nier's exposed, and then Xanet can just destroy it at will. But if everyone's guarding the skid, what's the point of exploring? So 2 people explore, 2 people guard, and given that they've only have like 4 people, that's not a bad way to do it. I think
guess
it was
not.
bad to basically split it to be Oric and Yumi and Odd and Aelita, especially because Odd and Aelita are currently fighting. I think they need a break from each other.
Oh, you know what? You bring that up. You know, that would have been better because I think that I've seen this happen in other stuff before. But like, if you had Oric and Ilia there, and Ilia's telling, oh yeah, I have seen this before in different stuff. Like, what if? God Almighty, what have I seen this before in?
Yeah, that actually would make sense for Aelita and Oric to team up, or just have Aelita explore and then Odd can guard. Especially because Odd's the one that was. It's all Odd's fault, so like Odd should be the one stuck on guard duty, not Aelita.
Maybe it was iCarly that I'm thinking of, where like where Ilia is telling Ulrich, where Ilia would tell Ulrich about how she feels, and then Ulrich would side with Ilia, and then Odd would tell Yumi about how he feels, and then Yumi would side with Odd. You know, that would be interesting. But yeah, I just remembered it from something. I couldn't remember, but so they fight on Lyoko. Obviously, William shows up. Mega tanks. I think that they. Oh, by the way, right after that, then we get the scene where Nicholas and Herb are walking through the factory. Which, by the way, the elevator scene I think is funny. How they how Herb is like, no, don't trust this elevator. It could be freaking old. Like this elevator's ropes could collapse and we could die. I think that that's a very valid explanation. I agree. Jeremy Beplock clearly does not care about his wife. And, I mean, we've already seen that anyways. Jeremy Beplock can be hardcore when he wants to be. But I'm interested in how loud did Herb scream in order for Jeremy to hear? I mean, that factor is huge.
No. They were right
Oh,
behind
it was-
the
yeah.
lab.
Yeah, it was like a.
They were-
It was
they
a
were
freaking metal
literally
rod or
about
something.
They're
Okay.
Yeah.
It was metal on metal.
Okay, that plenty of sense because I'm like, if they're still up there, then like, how the hell did Jeremy hear that? That's
Yeah.
like,
I think
I
Jeremy
know that-
mainly heard the metal to metal sound than his yell. I thought there was a metal. I thought there was some kind of sound that they like tripped on or something.
I thought Jeremy dropped the metal pipe and was trying to like lead him away.
Oh,
or
there was
something.
that too. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably
that
what it was.
happens later. when
Okay,
he
so maybe it
realizes-
was just Nicholas screaming then.
Yeah, Nicholas like
Hmm.
her. Nicholas specifically stepped on her. No,
Yeah.
Herb
No.
stepped on Nicholas's. I have the screenshot. It was one of the things I
Yeah, I
considered
saw.
a thumbnail.
Hmm.
I can. Pull
Yeah,
it.
that
Do we
is-
have a screenshot of Nicholas screaming?
Then
Or no,
Nicholas
Herb
did.
screaming.
I would
I
say
do
Nicholas
have it.
did. Yeah, it was Nicholas did scream loud then. I mean, again, they weren't far away, but that is
Yeah, they
still
were-
a loud scream.
If you remember that opening where sometimes Xana specters will like
Perfect.
crawl from the ceiling and drop down, there's like an opening there, and it leads to a room in the factory, and there's like a ladder that climbs up to a ledge, and then you walk it, and then you're on the roof of like you're by the ceiling of the lab. That's where they were. They were literally right behind the lab, about to walk in and discover the supercomputer.
Yeah, once again, I do like the idea. Once again, I do like the fact that they bring up the fact like why Jeremy can't return to the past. I think that was there's some stuff about this episode that's completely common sense, and then there's other stuff about this episode that is not common sense. Like, did they have two writers at this point? Like, one writer came
Yeah,
in
they
and was
were
like,
actually having multiple writers. Well, for a number of
What?
episodes.
I would love to find out
Yeah.
which one was the common sense one and which one was not common sense one.
Well,
and
Yeah, this was written by two people. There were
Yeah.
two people
I
who wrote
thi-
this.
Probably.
As far as I'm
Sophie-
concerned, I
no,
think the
Sophie wasn't.
non-common sense ones. I think the non-common sense writer should go take a look in the mirror and slap what he sees. But anyways,
It might be. It might be
Yeah.
Bruno again. It might be Bruno again.
Yeah, Bruno's one of them. Here, I
It's
can.
Bruno.
have-
It's Bruno. If
It's
you say
Jean-
Bruno is one of them,
We
it's
don't
Bruno.
talk about Bruno.
Yep, there it is.
It's Jean-Remy Francois and Bruno Merle.
It's Bruno.
I hope I
Sorry.
said
Sorry
that
to
right.
sorry to rat him out, but
I had to. I'll have to research that then afterwards and find out. Oh, this dude wrote this episode.
because
Oh,
there was another
right.
episode we were talking about that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, that was this episode. I think I'm thinking of my video that we talked about Odd. Unless it was
Yeah.
one
Wait,
of the
which
Odd
one?
episodes. Like we were talking about how bad Odd is, and we brought up the several episodes that Odd is bad in, and we were like, we gotta figure out who the fucking writer is for this episode, and you're like, it's Bruno, and that's when you brought up your pun, your meme. We don't talk about Bruno, and then we're all like, oh, okay, well that makes sense then, because Sophie was having a baby and stuff. We blamed it on
Yeah.
Bruno.
Because Bruno became the head writer for season 4 because Sophie was pregnant. So yeah,
Damn it, Bruno.
Corey won these
he
people
was
hated
more
Odd,
of an
I guess.
action guy than he was a story guy. And season 4 is like, you can see that in season 4, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the show should have stopped when it did. I'm kidding. If it were on season 5, it probably would have been
Bruno
worse.
is typing right now. I'm kidding.
Well, you can go fuck yourself. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
But anyways, I do wish that when Nicholas got stepped on, I wish he cussed. When Nicholas said the F word, I think. Yeah, I don't care if this show is TVY7. I don't care. Sack of shit. You stepped on my fucking hands. Anyways. So finally we get to I guess that back on Lyoko they destroyed the mega tanks and now William is like 3-on-1 and then Xana is just like, nope, I'm done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't William get rid of everyone when he turned?
Yeah.
Well, clearly they forgot about that, I guess. Like, when the hell does like? There have been times where Xana has like retreated in a sense, but I thought that this was a little bit weird, to be honest. I feel like in other words, I think Xander Williams is uber powerful, and I think he could have taken on all three of them at once. Even if he lost, I think he still could have given it a fair fight, and I think Xana was stupid for letting him go. Yeah, that's right. I'm signing with the villain in this episode. That's how Crash Out season. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Finally, Herb and Nicholas. We get to this part. Oh God. So of course the explanation, I guess that like Ulrich and Yumi had everything under control. So I was like, I need Ilea, and so Ulrich's like, okay, let me send you to her, and then they virtualize her, and then we get the scene where Odd's trying to explain to Ilea, or Ilea's explaining to I don't know how the hell they came up with this. I don't know. Bruno probably, but so finally they go up in the elevator and we see it. I don't know if they actually kissed or not. I don't know if they did or not, but I guess it seemed like as if they did. Just trying to make it seem like they did.
Matters more than them actually kissing. That might have been Aelita's smart. Like, why don't instead of I actually kissed you, I'm just in front of you, and it looks like we're kissing, but we're not actually kissing.
I think that's probably the more logical explanation is that they're not actually kissing, but like they're just kind of making it seem like they are. But yeah, I do not know what they were thinking with that one. That's the best thing that I could come up with, I guess, on short nose. Like, oh yeah, we're fighting, but like let's just kiss. I guess it's like what? But like I understand that he probably only had like a couple of minutes, but like that's what he wanted to do. Okay, and Ilea went with it too, so it seemed happy about it too. This episode boggles my mind. Oh God's sake. So yeah, so that just creates a can of worms in itself. Luckily, Nicholas and Herb are dumb. And then realize, wait a minute, aren't you two cousins? Like, no, they never say that. They just leave. And that's why they're dumb as a box of rocks, and why Sissy hangs out with them, because they're stupid, I guess. I don't know.
She's smarter. She's a genius compared to those two. I'm kidding.
Oh, we'll get to that in just a second. So finally, like, I guess that's it? On Lyoko? What was the point of them going to like explore the replica? Like, what were they trying to find?
They didn't know what they were going to find. Yeah, they didn't know what they were going to find. They're just like, they found a copy of Lyoko's forest sector.
Well, I wish they found something. I wish they found like a gigantic, a gigantic acorn maybe. Acorns are in the forest, right? I don't know. like they just find something random from like out of nowhere, something cool. I wish that happened.
They found
William,
made the
Lyoko stuff.
So there's that. Well, technically William found them, but
Well, William doesn't count. We've seen him before. Like, you're not new, okay? Granted, you're uber powerful, but like you're not interesting right now, so get lost. And that's exactly what Xander did. He got lost. And I'm lost too, by the way. So, but we're almost done, thank God. So finally, Jeremy's looking sour, not because Ilea and Odd seemed like they were kissing. No, because he's worried about the replicas. My guess is that Ilea and Odd never mentioned this to anyone, and only Nicholas and Herb knew. And I feel bad for Jeremy Belpla. I do. I wish he found out. I don't give a fuck. I wish he found out.
I mean, Jeremy was probably watching the whole thing on the security cameras.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know what? I got a funny joke for that. Where is it at? Crap.
Jeremy, you need to keep an open mind. An open mind.
Yeah.
Why?
This how Jeremy felt.
I do. I'll talk about this more when we get to our section, my section. But to be fair, Jeremy does sound very upset during the end of the episode.
Maybe it may that'd be a little headcanon. Maybe he did see. I don't know, but that's again, I feel sad for him. But anyways, it's thankfully we finally have some more common sense at the end of this episode. Excuse me. Well, actually, Odd points out to Jeremy, you've discovered what it means to have an open mind, and then he and Ilea laugh. That's what I just read. Read into that what you will, I guess. Have an open mind, you know. You don't have to date her. You're not the only one who can date her, you know. I guess I don't know.
I mean, it was all fake. They weren't trying to like date. They were just trying to trick Herb and Nicholas into seeing them date and thinking they were dating to get them to be like, oh, now we know what's going on, and then they leave. That was the whole point. They even go out of their way to like fight later on to like shut down any rumors.
Fuck this episode.
Oh, it's a controversial idea, even in universe.
Oh my god, Bruno, you dumbass. I'm just blaming
No.
Yeah, in the Koyaka sphere, whenever we get, I'd like to find out if he did Cat Bombshell. Maybe he did. I'm blaming it on him. Even if he didn't write, he probably had his hand in the pie somewhere in the background. He's standing over he's standing over the actual person who's writing, like standing over their shoulder and be like, "Hey, why don't we do this?" And
He
they're
was
like,
not
"Yeah."
involved with Cat Bombshell.
But again, I have my explanation. He was probably standing over the Briar. But anyways. So finally, we get to the end of the episode, and Herb is telling what happened to Sissy. Obviously, she doesn't believe him. She's probably thinking in her head, they're fucking cousins. Like, why the hell would they be kissing? So, of course, she thinks they're idiots. They punches Herb. I like that, I guess. It's funny seeing him get hit, I guess. I don't know. And so finally, Odd and Ilea make up. What?
I think it was a slap.
Oh. Like, imagine she, like, punches lights out. That would be crazy. What? Oh my god. While Herb is knocked out, Nicholas is trying to, like, resuscitate him. Like, come on, dude, get up. And then, meanwhile, Sissy's like, you want to get hit next?
Wow, it was a great date. Sorry, go on.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. I would really enjoy that. Like, imagine if they kiss. That'd be great. We have during this entire situation, we have come up with better stuff that they could have done that would have made this episode better. It would have been S tier at that point. Well, okay, maybe A, but still.
No.
But finally, Odd and Ilea make up, and that's how the episode ends. Oh God!
Damn, Colton.
Now, mind you, this is not the worst episode I think in the series, show, whatever the fuck it is.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But
what does Wesley call it? Not a series, not a show, but like a nightmare, maybe. It's
Yeah, that about says it. How did you know?
it was just a lucky guess.
Exactly. See, you guys do it for me. That's what's great.
Yeah, great. So, I think that's so. In summary, I think this is a bad episode, but I think that with the common sense stuff that the Nicholas and Herb plotline showed, this episode is a C for Kai.
Colton.
I like Kai better.
Come here.
And mind you, I'm not rating this a D because again, this is not the worst episode in the series.
Uh-huh.
And of course, Nicholas and her plotline saved it. And I'm definitely not rating this an F because that's a made-up tier that you just came up
It's
with.
not made up. What are you talking about? It's not made up. It will be used.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I wonder what episode it will be used for, though.
Come on, Ash, get down. Yeah.
Okay, I'm finally done.
I don't know
Oh
why I
my
thought it was
god.
today. Yeah, congrats.
Okay.
This was a lot of fun. I
Before-
hope we get more bad episodes.
No. Oh, we will. Jeez.
Okay. Now, it's my turn next.
Sorry.
But before we begin, can I just say, guys, hold up. Colton's writing was fire. Like, I cannot
Sorry.
God.
What was Colton's ranking again? I missed it. I'm sorry.
C.
C.
It was-
Thank you.
Yeah. God, no, I really did.
Maybe a C
I
minus. No, just C. That'd be fine, I guess.
Might as well
I
give him
I really did have to do his writing was fire because I've been joking about it all night. So
And then you're gonna rate an A, aren't you? I know you are.
well, let's find out what my opinions about this episode, Replica, is. To start with, I guess what I usually do is I usually go through these episodes like arc by arc. Right off the bat, as everyone has said, yeah, the Aelita and Odd argument is not great. Both of them are kinda in the wrong. Though despite everything, while it is extraordinarily petty, I cannot deny that there's some fun stuff in here. Like, when they first arrive in the Forest Replica, and Odd makes a joke like, hey, we're not out of the woods yet, and Aelita's like, hey, if somebody doesn't want him to, like, get mad or cry, somebody should laugh at his dumb joke, and it's like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no, that was kind of funny. It is. I acknowledge Aelita was a little pettier than she should have been, but I still think
Yes.
it's not balanced properly.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. True. Yeah, no, Aelita and Odd go at it with each other in this episode a lot. It's not great, but it has its moments. Like, at the very least, they could have just been insufferable, but there's some good jokes in there here and there.
You know what? I will admit. I will admit there were a few barbs. I think
There you
from this
go.
episode there were. But I did forget to mention something. To be honest, the whole thing with Odd and him being sleep deprived. Listen, I don't doubt that he was sleep deprived, probably from playing video games all the time. But like, these are people, teenagers, who sneak out in the middle of the night sometimes to go and fight Xana. And I feel like as if that they probably would have better clocks, time, stuff like that. Where the hell was Ulrich at, either? Like, shouldn't Ulrich have said, you need to go to bed? And I know
He
that
was
he's probably
sleeping.
done that
He
plenty
ignored
of
it.
time.
He was
He
sleeping.
just put his pillow over his head.
Hey, that's what I was thinking too.
You know, I have to go. Now we gotta go find out if that is the case.
What
Maybe
was
there
the
might be
point
a
of this?
scene from it.
Obviously.
I want to prove myself that. But
Yes.
oh wait, hold on a minute. Did I find it? Oh no! What the fuck? Are you serious? Hold on, let me pull this up. If I can hurry up. Come on.
Or probably
Yeah,
was just
there we
like,
go.
he's
Yeah,
just gonna,
right. So in the.
Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead real quick.
I was just gonna say, Oric's just like, well, I'm just gonna be paying for this tomorrow, so and
Yeah.
he did.
Yep.
He learned his
Clearly, the
lesson.
dude knows. So clearly, the dude probably has an idea, a broad idea on what happened here. And again, he should have told Ulrich instead. It wouldn't have been the situation. Meanwhile, Ulrich is like, I mean, he should. I don't know. I didn't watch this episode, obviously. Why would I watch it? It's bad.
Exactly.
Zing. Anyways, okay. Wendy, you can continue. I just wanted to bring that up real quick. I was so confused.
It's the
A
part
little
where
bit.
that's my problem.
No, it's okay. What's it? The general premise of this episode of Ulrich. Yes, we're talking. See, we were talking about Ulrich so much. I thought that Ulrich was the one fighting with Odd, not
Should have been
Alita.
Ulrich and not fine.
Yeah.
Would have been better. That would have made
Honestly,
sense.
it would have been less petty,
I'm
but I kind of
Dutchy.
like that it's like Lita, despite everything, even if it wasn't done well. I kind of like that we have some conflict between these two characters because it's rare. It's just unfortunate that it's not very well written. But yeah. What's it? Oh my gosh. In regards to Sorry.
I think Journey and Yumi have everything together.
Oh. No. But yeah, no, in terms of general premise of the episode, it could have worked
Excuse me.
like many others have said. It's just it needed to be done better. But I will say that I will say that in regards to the replica exploration, it's just unfortunate. I mean, you can't really fault it because the replicas are just that, replicas of the original sectors. But it's because of that the exploration this episode, unlike Maiden Voyage, where everything is so new and big, the sprawling digital sea, the depths that they take in this online network, it's just like, here's the forest sector again with zero changes to it. Enjoy. It's just like,
Yeah, enjoy it
dang.
because it's going to disappear in evolution.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
exactly. Oh my god.
And again, I
Enjoy the
bring up the fact that I wish they found something new. For goodness sake, that would have been great.
I can
Something cool.
see. I can't fault the. On the one hand, I can't fault the. I can't fault the episode itself for that, but I can say that it doesn't it just doesn't offer much new in terms of exploration. Dylan brought up the point that yeah, it's setting up new things. I think Maiden Voyage did that better. That's not necessarily the fault of the replica itself, but or the
It's the
replica
fault of the
or the
writers.
episode itself, but it's just not as interesting as I felt it could have been. However, as many have said, the saving grace of this episode does have to be Nicholas and Herb going out on a date, and honestly, I'm so happy for them. I live
I think
for
that's
this
you
ship.
being biased, actually.
I hope that they're very happy together. And of course, we have Nicholas's iconic line of, "Would you like to come with me for a breathtaking experience in the moonlight tonight?" And I had to do it once. I had to do it once.
I'm glad you
But,
did.
yeah, but oh my god. Nicholas and Herb are just a treat in this episode. Them just their dialogue and interaction with each other is so much fun. And just them goofing around the factory, but also Jeremy is great in this episode too, because having him mess around with Nicholas and Herb in this episode is so funny to watch. How did he push her into the water without being noticed? How did he do that? You know, like it's
Forgot about
great.
that.
Yeah, like, genuinely, how did he do that? But it's great. It's just fun. As Flower mentioned earlier, there's a lot of exploration of the factory in this episode. We see the waterways, which we haven't seen since season 1. With I believe it was Laughing Fit. We haven't seen that since season 1, but it's nice to have them here. Oh my gosh. So it does get point. The Nicholas and Herb stuff in this episode is perfect. It's very funny. We get to have this fun little fact about Nicholas that he likes to go fishing, and honestly, good for him. It does make me wish for more Nicholas and Herb interaction in the episode. Another thing I also have to bring up, of course, is the ending of the episode. Flower suggests that Odd is the one who comes up with the kiss, and that Aelita is the one that simplifies it. At least the impression I got from the episode is that Odd came up with some wild, crazy idea. Like she's like,
He only had 2 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, because Aelita's reaction is like, after all of this, you want me to do that? And he's like, well, do you have a better idea? And
God.
then that's when we get the kiss.
Oh,
So
man,
I think
shouldn't
that the
have
kiss was
backpedaled.
his idea.
I shouldn't have backpedaled.
Yeah. I wanted to say that earlier, but the conversation just kind of went away, so I'm saying it now. But yeah, it's like
I wish
I
I
feel
really came
like,
up with a better idea.
oh, okay. All right, Colton? What's your better idea? How would you have convinced Nicholas and her that nothing is going
Oh
on
no,
in the
no,
factory?
no, no! Don't let me come with it. Like I haven't come up with a better idea. I spent all the time making notes on how bad this episode was. I didn't have time for that.
Dude, we're standing in the scanner room right now. Nicholas and Herb are upstairs. What are we gonna do?
Make animal noises and lead them away. I don't know.
All right. I I will make the noise of a sloth. Sloths aren't very loud, unfortunately.
It'd be
but-
interesting if like Jeremy had like if there's like speakers throughout the factory for an intercom as well. That would've been fucking sick, and you could just scare the hell out of them. Honestly, they could get scared. They could even scare them, to be honest. They're easy.
I mean, it worked in claustrophobia,
Exact.
so it worked in claustrophobia with the Kiwi ghost. So,
Yeah.
but oh my god, I think okay. On the one hand, the kiss is weird because on the one hand, it's a good plan because it's just like, wait, what the fuck are you two doing? You're cousins, you know. But on the other hand, that's not the reason, and that's not the reason that they're just weirded out because Odd and Aelita are kissing. I guess, as Herb says, like instead of being weirded out about like two people who at least in your eyes, are supposed to be related kissing. They're just like, wow. That's it.
Again, they're idiots.
Not just
Morons.
yeah,
actually.
no, you're right.
They like each
It's
other.
just a matter of the writers forgot. They completely forgot about the cousins.
How do you forget
about
that
the
part
cousins.
though? That's
Bruno.
Yeah, there's no way that.
Coleman, please tell me that there's a gift for that.
But I will say as well, despite everything, what's it? The end of the episode where the others reconvene in the lab, I will say Sharon Man did an excellent job because Jeremy sounds so ticked. Like like he's debriefing the mission, but you can hear him. You can hear he's upset. Look at you, you're just like, what's going on? And honestly, I love Odd and Aelita's faces because they both look so proud of themselves. It's because of that. It's honestly because of that part of me thinks they actually kiss. Like they actually kiss because of Jeremy's reaction and them just thinking the way they do because it's just like it's great. It's so funny, but. The ending of the episode in that regard is just so funny. And just the oh, Jeremy learned what it means to have an open mind, and them just starting to laugh is great. You know.
Oh no! Yes, I have that as a clip somewhere. It is. Wait, is that when they're in the dorm?
What? No, it's
Okay,
there
never mind,
in the
never mind.
lab.
Okay, but
They're in the
that reminded
lab.
me of something.
Yeah. You're probably thinking of
Don't
say Uncharted Territory, where maybe you'll learn to sprout a brain. That one. If you're thinking of the dorm.
No.
But yeah. No?
Actually, I don't know.
But,
it was an
yeah.
Aelita Jeremy conversation.
Yeah. But Aelita, honestly, for what it's worth, that scene is very, very funny. Even regarding the fact that the writers forgot something very important about Aelita's backstory, or at least Aelita's cover story, but it's okay. But in regards to the ending, I also think I think Sissy slapping Herb and Nicholas just dying laughing at him is also very funny. For what it's worth, this episode has some high highs and some low lows. It starts the trend of it's the episode that starts season 4's trend of we need a conflict for this episode, so we're just gonna make Odd the most insufferable guy on the planet. Planet. That is a season 4 trend, and it's unfortunate.
Instead of
Yeah.
doing Xana attacks, now we're just going to have petty
No,
arguments.
no. You don't understand. What's it? Xana attacks unite the group, but we need interpersonal conflict.
This is the final season. We need to
And
raise
you
the
know, rather
stakes.
than like making Yumi and Ulrich official and just write normal human relationship drama, or like
They actually
you know the
toned
couple
down.
episode, or like just do more Aelita and Jeremy having couple problems. Let's make Odd an insufferable little bitch.
I mean,
Right.
I feel like going straight to the relationship problems is like we have a lot of that even regardless. So I'm glad that it's pairings that they usually don't do in terms of like having problems with each other. It's just unfortunate that they usually just make Odd insufferable, you know. So yeah, but, I would say it's a good episode. Well, okay, no, hold on. Let me retract that statement. It's an okay episode. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. I'm gonna have to agree with Colton. It gets a C
Really?
for Cuck.
I thought you would say B.
But
You get the cook.
yes, no, I'm continuing the trend. It's C for Cuck. Mostly because I'm looking at our rankings. I could not, in good faith, put this on the same ranking as Crash Course. So yeah.
Oh man.
Not only do
Yeah,
we
that'd
think
be
alike
crazy.
about Kobyoko, we also think alike about Kingdom Hearts. So there you go.
Exactly.
I had to make
Oh.
just one joke.
All right, it's Speedy's turn.
It's my turn. All right.
Cat.
Got my notes here. I wrote them. I wrote
Hell
them
yeah.
like
He
again.
also
These are
wrote
notes I
fire.
wrote. Yeah. And I mentioned that I really didn't like this episode, and it was a shame as well because this was like the first time we ever saw the replicas, but I couldn't enjoy the mystery because of the subplot between Odd and Aelita. And I think Flowers mentioned like, you know, he was sleep deprived and stuff, but to add to that, I still think his actions were inexcusable. Like yeah, he was tired, but he had no reason to lash out at Aelita when she didn't even know her excuse was going to fall flat. And yeah, the insults Odd gave to Aelita got really old really fast. And I just mentioned like as well, like it was a bit hypocritical for Ulrich and Yumi telling Odd and Aelita to stop arguing when they argue themselves most, if not more than them for the entire show. It was nice that that Aelita and Odd finally made up, but it wasn't the way that I would have liked while trying to keep this supercomputer a secret from Herb and Nicholas after they discovered him going to the factory. I mentioned that like the show isn't going to address that they just blew Aelita's cover by proving that she is an Odd's cousin. And let's just say that Herb and Nicholas still believe that Aelita is. Odd and Aelita gave them the implication that they're in an incestuous relationship, if not for the ruse at the end where they tried to pretend to still hate each other to disable any rumors allegedly spread around about them. I mentioned that this episode was Odd at his worst, and I feel like if they really wanted Odd to act immoral, they should have given him his comeuppance to show him that no selfish action towards his friend should go unpunished. Or at the very least, he should have given Aelita an apology after feeling guilty about his actions. And also, this episode made me feel like Aelita shouldn't have been disguised as Odd's cousin if they really wanted this subplot to work and not feel awkward. And that's all. With the notes they've written.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. They didn't apologize. At least they didn't apologize on screen. I think that probably would have helped.
Yeah.
I've never been to complain about this episode. We're not done yet. during that entire explanation, I came up with more notes to talk about. I'm kidding, I didn't.
What was your ranking again? I'm sorry if I missed it.
Which one?
Ranking.
Oh, ranking. I hate this episode so much. So guess what? I'm putting an F tier.
Oh,
Oh
really?
wow, F.
Yeah, I really hate it.
Can she do
Well,
that? Can?
um,
Because
Is that a real
mean-
tier that we?
I don't know.
Considering F tier
I
only
think-
exists to give Wazy the illusion that Caddick Bombshell will go there. Not
Honestly,
that
I
it
don't-
actually will. I don't
Is-
think it.
so,
I don't
like-
think-
I don't
In-
think it's going to actually be an F tier because no one else is
No,
putting
no,
an
it
F
will.
tier.
it will.
Wait, hold on a second. Are we talking about
No,
which one are we
Caddick
talking about?
Bombshell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Caddick
Okay,
Bombshell
but
would be an F
but
tier.
you know what? I did think about like, do people actually have an F though in their in tiers? Like, I feel like I thought we
Yes.
just kind of forgot to add it
Well,
to
yeah.
ours, and we just
We'll
kind
do.
of
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
have F in their
So-
tiers.
yeah. So I guess from long ago, I kind of just didn't realize I left out an F tier, and it would get mentioned throughout
mean-
the tiers, but
F tier has
But
been
there
a running
hasn't-
joke through these streams.
yeah,
for
there hasn't
so
actually
long.
been an F tier one yet. But I know that it's been talked
Yeah.
about, and I'm like,
Like, because I know as early as at least season 2, I'm like, Cam at the F tier.
I know, yeah, I
You know?
remember that. I remember that.
I mean, we're almost done. I mean, we're almost done. I want to
Yeah.
add it at this point, so I think that
See,
is
see,
just-
here the
I-
so this is the thing. Wazy wants to be able to put Caddick
We-
Bombshell
we-
in F tier.
Dylan, come on, you know
That's the
you're
only
F tier.
justification for having an F tier. So Wazy can attempt to put it
Everyone's
there.
gonna put it in F.
because we all agree, even
Flower.
the worst episode in Code Lyoko is not worse than a D.
What about the
That's what you
chips are
think.
down?
I've ranked episode. I think I've ranked Chips Are Down as a D.
I think
to
a
be
lot of
honest.
people did C and D's.
Now, mind you, I wouldn't rank anything. I wouldn't rank any of the episodes F, but D, yeah, I would. I think.
I mean,
I
I,
don't- I
would
gotta-
rank all of the episodes of Code Lyoko F because terrible show.
I don't
The worst thing I've
remember.
ever seen.
I'm trying to remember all the
Okay,
D
yeah.
episodes that we had. I don't think it was a lot.
I
Do
mean,
you have them in front of you, or
No,
they're,
I have to go
on,
back.
they're on his channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to
of
look
course
at the. I would have to go to the end of each season to look, but
I can do
later.
it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone
Um,
can.
So, I don't know. Should we count it as F, or are we just saving that for one episode? Because I know
I don't
I'm
know.
very. I know we're very. I know we're
genuinely
very,
asking.
very late with the F rank, and I'm sorry about that. Um. So, Kat, you're really feeling F, huh?
Yeah. I really didn't like this episode. I hate it so much.
Damn. Not even the bromance of Nick and Herb.
Not even that.
It's not even gonna save it. Okay.
Damn.
No,
alright.
wow.
Not gonna save it.
I mean, maybe
Damn.
not completely save it, but save it from.
Is this the
So-
worst? Is this the worst episode in the series to you?
So,
Second worst,
we
yeah.
didn't-
So far, yeah. It's like-
Second worst?
That could work.
Yeah.
Oh, Caddick Bombshell is probably the worst then.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, we didn't put a single season 3 episode in D tier.
That's I believe it because it shouldn't.
That's crazy. Actually. You know why?
Well, there's a-
what am I
there-
doing? Why am
there-
I,
I
not
mean,
just searching?
What about Tidal
this
Wave?
channel?
Wasn't Tidal Wave D?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's crazy.
Hold on. Let me look at that again.
Tidal Wave had to been a D. Maybe it was a C because I think I don't think I gave it a D, but it wasn't. It was
No,
a C
Tidal
probably.
Wave was a C. Tidal
Dang.
Wave was a C. 55, right? With the big giant food
Damn.
monster.
Yeah.
It's a C.
Man, not even
Yeah.
1D. I mean, I thought like
Oh,
season
yeah, the
3.
I
food
think it's
monster.
because I gave it like an S, so you guys just couldn't put it in D or something. I can't remember.
That's
little bitch.
probably it.
There was a video I posted with you rating it higher. I don't think it was an S. Maybe, I think it was an A. And then you joked about S, and then we joked about F after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Jillen's fault, guys.
for season
Yeah.
2, we didn't put any in D. We had 4 in C though.
What about season 1?
Crap.
I'm working. I have to find
Sorry,
the
yeah,
list in your.
Just
Did we
part.
do season
Tidal
1 in
Wave
just 2
evened out to being a
streams?
C.
yeah, we did do 2 streams because we
yeah,
didn't know
'cause
what we were
it's
doing.
5 hours for the
Yeah.
second one.
I know, we were crazy.
God.
We didn't know what we were getting
We've been
ourselves
doing
into.
these tier
We
streams
put
since
2
2023.
episodes in
Wow.
D for
That's
season
disgusting,
1.
That's
Colton.
crazy.
We put 2 episodes. It looks like
2 episodes in
the
D?
train one where the trains were gonna crash. 'Cause I
Okay.
can't remember the fucking name of it. And they're not numbered. I don't know what episode this is. 'Cause it's just Orc climbing down the fucking ladder to the sewer.
Really?
I don't know.
What the heck? I mean,
I
we
don't
were
know
kind of
what
unorganized with
episode
the
Someone
first
tell me
streams.
what episode this is supposed to be.
I'm going through the chat, and it seems we
Let's
haven't
see.
done a lot of D's actually. But
What
Oh, is that
episode is that
Swarming
thumbnail
Attack?
supposed to be?
Yeah, I don't know, but swarming attack, or plague.
isn't that
It's gotta be
Amnesia?
Swarming Attack.
Oh, it might be Amnesia. That's a good guess,
Maybe.
actually. No,
I'm trying-
no, because Amnesia's in A tier.
Right.
Ulrich's got is like
Yeah, why would that be
got like a
D?
migraine hand.
It's
on the
swarming.
side of his
It's
head
gotta be.
as he's
No,
looking him in the face
no.
in that thumbnail.
It can't be. It can't be
That's
plagued
fair.
either, though. I'm really curious now.
I'm
Alright, hold
pulling
on.
my
It's gotta be
list
It's
of,
probably
uh,
Swarming Attack.
Yeah, it's gotta be swarming. It makes swarming attack. It makes sense, but I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
Why would
you
there
know
be?
what?
Oh
I
no, wait,
didn't
no,
do-
yeah. 'Cause
What?
the beehive's right behind him, and he's
Oh.
looking down
Yeah.
because Jeremy's little robot stopped working.
I didn't do the season 1 screenshot. So.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the first
not
2
numbered
streams were
either.
very different. Okay.
And that they were
Season 1
5
screenshot,
fucking
but
hours for the second one.
There's no
the
way.
numbers
The first
didn't
one was
happen until I
3.
did all of them.
Yeah, I don't. Why would I pick that thumbnail? If it was me, I don't remember even doing that myself. But
I think I would have. If I had
I'm
Swarming
surprised
Attack,
you
I
put
would've-
the train one in D tier. It's at least a C.
No, the train one. The train one's bad.
Oh come on.
yeah. So total, we
No,
have
it's
only.
not
That's
good.
crazy, guys.
Not a
the
good
whole
episode.
the whole series, we only have 2 Ds so far. Tidal Wave should have been a
Crazy
D.
because like
Tidal Wave.
Lyoko was terrible.
I think Tidal Wave. That's crazy though, Tidal Wave, because that was such a season 1 episode to
what
have
was
that late in the
about?
series.
What was that about
Just-
doubting me when I
Hold
said
on.
Code Lyoko, even at its worst, is no less
No.
than a D?
Apparently.
No.
You doubted me, and you all seem to agree.
I do doubt you,
The
because-
typical average worst episode of Code Lyoko is a flat C.
Hold on a minute. Let me
I mean,
forward
I
the
know what you're
talking
rankings. I
about.
got them right here.
What were you gonna say, Wazy?
No, I'm saying I'm doubting him because Code Lyoko was terrible. But no, Tidal Wave evened out to a C. I have the ranking.
Yeah.
I
it was
already
a C.
said membership.
I
Do
think
you
wait,
have
I
it?
remember
Let me-
even
oh, it's right there.
if I didn't vote A there, it still would have been C.
Oh.
So I actually
Yeah, I
had
guess
no
it would.
influence on making Tidal Wave a C. If
Only
anything, I
Jory gave
pushed
it a D.
I might have made it even higher
I
than it
think-
ended up being.
I think the reason we did that is because we had to be honest and not like meme about like
Yeah.
Tidal Wave is the worst episode ever.
I mean,
yeah.
a lot of us did
No.
not like it, but I guess it just wasn't
Yes.
that terrible compared to the other D ones we actually have.
Yeah.
Actually,
the two other Ds we have that are from season 1.
They are worse, though.
objectively, the season that objectively has aged the worst
Yeah.
out of all of the seasons.
I mean, honestly, technically, Tidal
Yes.
Wave is a season 1 episode. They just put it in season 3, and we can say the same thing for when we get to kind of
To
bombshell.
be fair. Who be fair about season 3?
What?
To be fair about season 3, it's the most like season 1 between seasons out of the other.
That's true. Out of the
the
2 to
seasons.
4. That's true.
I mean, they
but,
literally
but that's
have-
but
They
because
literally have 2 episodes next to each other called Double Trouble and Triple Trouble.
yeah.
No,
I-
but they're different episodes.
I know.
Double
but
Trouble
Also,
was-
if you want to get
You
Double
don't
Trouble.
think they could have? You
For
don't think they
Triple
would have
Trouble
done the
is
smart thing
3
of
is an odd
having just
number.
like an episode between them?
No, see,
No.
I hate that
I
they
wish
kinda,
they
I hate that they did that
done
back to back because Double Trouble was really good. Triple Trouble was just very.
That might
I would
not
have
be
given.
the fault of the studio. That might, because they were writing the season 1 episodes to be like where like you can watch them in
That's
any
season
order.
3.
Oh wait, I
or-
thought we were talking
yeah,
about swarming,
season-
swarming attack, and
Sorry, it's season 2.
plague. I thought we were
No,
talking
it's
about
Double
Plague.
Trouble and Triple Trouble that we were talking about. We've
I
gotten
mean,
very
too?
off topic.
Swarming
Oh.
Attack and Plague definitely weren't supposed to be next to each other, and the broadcaster fucked that one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, I guess I missed. We
That's
shifted
fair.
to the Troubles.
Wait, they weren't supposed to be aired back to back like that.
It's.
I mean,
it's,
aren't
it's,
they the same? Aren't they back to back in via production
Yeah, I thought
order?
so. I thought so.
Are they?
That's what I thought.
Really?
That's what I thought.
Because we were complaining,
Hold on,
we were
no, I'm
complaining
curious.
about how like they do the same attack back to back episodes. You know.
I don't know. Season 1 has not aged well for like various reasons. There's a reason generally season 2 and 4.
Okay, no. Plagued and Swarming Attack are not back to back in production
Okay.
order. Plagued is
They're not.
production 111. Swarming Attack is production 104. So no,
Okay,
that's objectively
fair
not
enough.
true.
That's weird. Why?
fair enough.
So just for the states, it was just uploaded that it was released.
I
that
think
way?
they just gave
No.
it to like the episodes, and they're just like whatever order you want. Like
See,
Teddy
season 1
Godzilla
makes
first,
sense.
Teddy Godzilla first, and then end with Cold Earth and False Start. But everything else in the middle does not matter.
Yeah, that's
Ghost
true.
Channel certainly does need to be at the end.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
But yeah, I think season 1 really does have the problem of we're trying to free Aelita, but every episode
yeah,
it
we-
feels like nothing's happened. Nothing's
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, sorry, J man.
Hey,
I
remember
know
that
we
episode
still
where
we
fucking Odd managed to solve the issue by accidentally dropping candy on keys? Yeah, Jeremy's not able to ever replicate that after like a month of just trying things.
I had a
Okay,
crazy.
but hold on.
Creating sidetrack.
Counterpoint to that, it's really funny, so I don't care.
I'm not saying it's. I'm just saying the plot progression of season 1 is so hampered by fucking having to be episodic.
Also-
it's comedic.
we gotta finish this. We gotta finish this
Fair.
episode.
We
We
gotta finish-
we
yeah,
have J man
he's
and
right.
myself
Yeah.
left, so
hold on.
mine will be
hold on.
super quick though. I don't even give a
Wait,
fuck.
wait. I genuine question. Are we allowing Kat to give it an F, or is it a D? Because that's where we started, and we never gave it an answer.
D. I think Kat
What
is
is- what
allowed
do
to
you-
give it a
what-
D.
I really don't care.
F. Like I said, we have F on this simply for the memes that Wazy wants to give Caddick Bombshell an F.
But also
There's
there-
no
I
other
also
reason for
legit-
us to have an F here.
I
because
also
legitimately.
well listen. I also forgot to add F long ago, and it doesn't matter now because it's so late. But that is also a thing. But on a so Dylan thinks D. What does everyone else think? I mean, I'll change.
I'm okay with
No, no,
it
no.
being F. I'm okay. I don't think it's gonna be going into F tier. I think the other ranks are too high, but the idea of Kat just ranking it F because she hates this episode so much is just really funny, and I think we should just, for the sake of like not getting into a huge argument about this or continuing this argument, let's just let it be F.
That's fair. 'Cause,
Yeah, F for fair.
Fine, fair enough.
Well, I
do have two
have
points I wanna
one
bring
more
up.
point. We've done this entire thing without F tier, and suddenly allowing F tier fucks up the rest of our rankings.
Does it
That- I
though?
don't. I don't think. Like,
I think
okay, look.
I think
yes, yes.
had we had
Yeah,
F
hold on.
in earlier ranking lists, there are people
There wouldn't have been
in
there
here
wou-
who legitimately
idea.
would have voted
Okay.
F on certain episodes and dragged the ranking down.
Maybe.
So allowing
But the
it
fact that we
here-
have, but the fact that we only had 2 Ds all series long, I don't think we would have gotten any Fs. There's bad episodes, but
There's
not
a
that
lot of
bad.
episodes that are C's purely because of the quantity of D rankings on the episode vote. Like there's a
There's a
lot,
lot of mid
where
episodes, but
Here's
there's
half
a
of
what
lot
we
us
of.
can
voted
do.
B,
Here's an
half
idea.
of us voted D,
After-
and there's like
af-
two C
Let-
votes.
Here's
on
what
the
Dylan.
I
episode.
propose.
Stop
Here's
talking.
what I propose. Sorry. We will move forward with F tier, and then once we finish, finish the rest of season 4. We can do a bonus tier stream where we go back and reevaluate all the episodes with
My
the new
God.
F tier to see if it changes anything.
Yeah, I think Dylan. I just think that it's
because I think the idea of saying, "Hey, we haven't done F tier this entire time, no F tier right now because it's late in the game, and that could have changed potentially other rankings or like earlier on," is just I don't like that. I don't like that approach. We should have
Yeah,
had F
I
tier
just
this
wanted to
time.
bring that up.
I know
that-
it's also
no,
my. It's
I mean,
also
I also brought that up, so
what?
That's fair.
like I wasn't sure either, which is why I'm like, how do we as a group feel about that?
Yeah, that's
But
why
My
that's why
proposal is both.
that's why I
Deal
didn't want to be like. That's why I was like hesitant because I didn't want to be the only. I don't want to be the one to decide it. I wanted us as a group to decide it. Because it is also my fault that I.
Let's do vote. Let's put it to a vote.
Yeah.
Three sounds like the three options. 1, we stick to D tier. 2, we allow the introduction of F tier, and 3 is my approach, where we allow the introduction of F tier, and then we'll do a bonus stream at the end to evaluate if that impacts any of our earlier decisions.
we
I'll
can
put
go
together-
alphabetical.
How do I do? Is there like a poll command, or is that only with certain bots?
You
I thought
sh-
Discord
Oh
had-
no, you
There's
can
a
do
poll in Discord.
Hold on.
Yeah, how do I do that? I don't actually. feel
Oh
bad
The
about
plus
I'm trying to
button, the
remember.
plus button on the left,
Is
and
it
then
plus?
create poll.
Okay.
The button,
Yeah.
is that
But
what you said?
I as you do that, I do want to say
Yeah.
that I really honestly think like if I had F rank added, if I didn't forgotten it in season 1, I again because of how things have gone, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it we would have had a lot of F episodes to be honest. And I know adding it now with how certain season 4 episodes are, yeah, there might be some Fs from here on out, but and Kat would have put it in D if I didn't add F rank today. I kind of forgot it was not
Yeah.
supposed to be today. It's supposed to be later, but okay, the poll has been made.
I'm making a better one.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
I do also.
quickly,
Yeah, I don't
so
like.
that we can resolve this, and so that J-Bay can finally.
I still have to go too, but
I'm
Never
curious.
mind. I'll let Dylan's way more succinct. Yeah, you're right. I looked at it and I was like, it's in the middle of typing, but fine.
Mm,
That's scary.
I think the
Watching
problem
this
is
go.
that-
I don't like it moving up and down like this.
swear to God, I didn't.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, I will. I can't. Here, I can remove vote. I'll just do this to make it easier. There we go.
Well, I was gonna say technically we can just count both yeses as yes.
Yeah.
I was also about to say that, but
Yeah,
I'm
because I don't
like,
really think we need to
Okay.
review the old ones. I feel
Okay,
like
we're allowing
Yeah.
F tier.
we're allowing it here. This is why it does prove why we were so split. It's like 4-3. This is
Yeah.
We need YouTube chat to chime in.
we don't even have our
Oh
full
my
group
God.
today,
Just-
but
just let it go.
yeah,
Just
it's
let
okay.
it go.
It's okay. I'll let
Yeah.
Dylan because S tier is cut off on my stream. I'll hide the F even though it's gonna hide the thumbnails. Okay, if that makes you feel a little better, because I don't think we're gonna
Probably
use.
take the episode out of F tier though, because we haven't actually placed it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I don't know why I
It
did
took
that.
me a second as well to consider it because I wasn't sure myself, but ultimately
Yeah.
went no. So yeah.
I just I also don't. I don't. Again, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of F tiers in this season.
Yeah.
But there are some mid ones again. All right, so we will
That's
continue. I'm sorry, Jamin. I'm so sorry. I also have to go after you, but please, please take the floor.
Wait, just one more thing.
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hold on, this is important.
No,
Are you serious?
No.
Hold on. Wait.
Now
What,
go ahead.
Wazy?
Oh,
You guys are
No,
clowns.
I was saying the thing I really wanted to say was, J-Man, we really value your opinion, and I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. Please go ahead.
Is that really what you had to say?
Yes.
All right. What is this? Replica. Yeah.
Your favorite.
So, I'm gonna do something different here and be blunt with you from the jump. This episode gets a fucking F.
I should have saw that coming. Actually, I wonder why I didn't see this coming.
He did almost instantly.
I did forget that he hated this episode. I should have saw that coming.
This episode feels like the result of a bunch of writers having a really good time with about 10 trucks of beers, then pissing this episode out because they forgot they had a deadline.
I told you I wasn't crazy. I never said that, but I'm just telling you now. I knew this episode sucked for a reason.
As an Odd Delarobia fan, this episode royally, I wouldn't even say pissed me off, it offended me immediately.
Oh.
Because look, I can identify with wanting to play video games all night. I do that multiple times in my life. But the thing is, when you do something like that, you always got to go into it with the mentality of you're responsible for whatever you're supposed to do that next day, whether it's be at work, whether it's be at school. No, even if he's like 13 and stuff like that, I still knew that back in the day. Because I was like, what, 13, 14 years old? No, I still knew that back in
14.
the day. Yeah. So the fact that the dude had the nerve to blame somebody else because his dumb... I'm trying not to curse right now too much, but because his dumb behind couldn't get away with the fact that you probably should have got enough sleep, it really, really messed me up. Because the thing that I hated so much, or what really offended me about Odd's characterization in this episode, is that in previous seasons he was not this selfish. Yeah, he can be a little much. Yeah, he had his moments where, he was pissing off Ulrich, he was maybe pissing off Yumi and stuff like that. He had his moments of being annoying or had his moments of being a little bit selfish, but it was never to this extent. It's like, what happened to Odd asking, the Xanified version of Mr. Delmas to give him, to give Yumi his code and stuff, because he could tell Yumi was feeling cold and stuff. It's like, where's that Odd? It's like, you're gonna tell me this is the same character and shit like that, but... Nah, dude, the whole idea, or the whole reasoning for him and Aelita beefing up like this, to me, was completely stupid. It was completely stupid. Even as I don't even think, kids bought this kind of crap and stuff. It was so stupid. Because the idea of Odd and Aelita getting into a fight, it's not as if the concept of that is bad, per se, because, hey, in order for the two to actually grow together more as friends, you need some conflict and stuff like that. That's been done numerous of times in other cartoons. So it's not as if I didn't like this concept, I just hated the way it was executed. And it also felt like a missed opportunity too, because usually when there's two people in the show beefing, it's Ulrich and Yumi. So the fact that Ulrich and Yumi, or the writers never had Ulrich and Yumi look at this beef that Odd and Aelita were having and never used it as an opportunity to reflect among their own fights and stuff like that, I felt was a big missed opportunity. Because something like that possibly could have saved this episode for me, but of course, they didn't take that chance. They didn't take that opportunity. And yeah, dude, even outside of that, this episode had I'm not gonna say that. This episode had no redeeming qualities to it whatsoever. I didn't care about the B plot when it comes to Ulrich and not Ulrich, Nicholas trying to find a girl to go fishing with and stuff like that. I didn't care for it. I just did not. In fact, as I was rewatching this episode earlier today, I kept forgetting that was even a thing. I kept forgetting about it because it just was not that interesting to me. And going back to the Odd situation, the thing that royally made me go, really, dude, is when Nicholas was asking Aelita, hey, it's you want to spend I forgot the full quote, but hey, you want to go on this date with me? Odd had the nerve to say, hey, you're not going to go out with this nerd, are you? But I'm like, who's the one who spent all night playing video games? Who's the real nerd here? It's one of those things. It's one of those absurdly stupid things I've ever seen from the show. That honestly, I've never felt from any other episode in this series. So yes, it is the absolute worst episode for me. 100%. I would rather watch anything else, any other episode aside from this one. Because
Chips are
even
down?
if you count the
Chips are down. How about that one? I just
chips are
wonder.
down. Oh yes, I would watch that.
Chips are down
Absolutely.
better. It's way
I know.
better than
No, I agree.
It's a way
I still gotta
better
put it
story,
out there. I still gotta
underrated.
I gotta put it out there.
I gotta make a counterpoint. There's another episode where Odd's even worse than he is in this one.
To me, he was way worse here. Like, at least that's my opinion. But even then, you look at the Lyoko scenes. I lost interest then too. Like, none of it was really that exciting to me. What was it? You had Odd and Ilea just like up beyond a force field and stuff like that. You had William coming in. Of course, Odd doesn't have his laser arrow, so you couldn't even give William or give Odd like a really good fight with William. Of course, so missed opportunity right there. And like William himself didn't really do much in this episode, and it's just again missed opportunity after missed opportunity. So in the end, nothing of interest really happened here. It really didn't. And like, what was it? Odd kissing Aelita and stuff like that. You would think, like, considering the fact that we had an episode, what was it? I think it was Valentine's Day or something like that, when Aelita got like the necklace from that mysterious person
Hold on.
and stuff.
Colton, stop, please.
What's wrong with this guy? Anyway. Considering the fact that we had an episode previous where Jeremy got so pissed at the idea that Odd would give Aelita a necklace for Valentine's Day and stuff like that, you would think Jeremy would be incredibly pissed to hear that Odd had the idea or the nerve to go and kiss Aelita just to fool Nicholas and Herb and such. But of course, we never got any sort of reaction to that whatsoever. It's like, what? Like, throughout this entire episode, I kept asking, like, what are we doing here? Like, who thought of these ideas? I know you guys were saying earlier that they got a different writer and stuff like that, but it's like, it just, like, a lot of these issues that we see right here could have been, like, easily preventable if someone from the back would have tapped this dude's shoulder and be like, hey, don't do that!
Buddy, you suck.
But yeah, man, this episode, didn't like it whatsoever, but I'll say... I was gonna say the one idea that I kind of found was funny was the fact that whatchamacallit, the show, or like Herb and Nicholas kind of like implied, or like the show made like Odd and Aelita, like, let's say, implied like to be romantically into each other in like an incest sort of way, and I'm like, huh. Yeah, but of course they don't, nothing is done with that after this episode. They don't even bring it up, that Odd and Aelita kiss, because this episode literally took like to me, I can imagine the person writing this episode. He literally wrote this episode in a car ride. That's what I imagine. Or they pissed it out after getting like sober from like all the alcohol they drink. I don't know, man. Like it's just such a bad episode, and it's one of those episodes where it's the only episode where I just don't like rewatching, like, at all. Like, I just do not like rewatching this episode because it just royally pissed me off. Because you gotta understand, Odd is my favorite character of this series, and Aelita is pretty much my favorite, I guess, female character between Yumi, Sissy, and stuff like that. She was my favorite, and like, considering the fact that Odd, from season 1 all the way to, I'd say, season 3 and stuff like that, you saw him, I won't say mature, but it's like, you saw a lot more of his good qualities. You saw a lot more of him, like, say, putting in the work, and like, to say, being like an actual, like, loyal friend and such. But to see, like, this kind of episode right here, and I know we had, like, another stinker and a Caddick bombshell and stuff, but this to me was the most offensive. It really was the most offensive because it feels like because of this episode, a lot of Odd's great qualities was just thrown out the window here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even think, what was it, the earliest that we've seen Odd? Like, what was it, what was the very first episode? Xana Awakens and stuff like that. I feel like I would take that version of Odd over this. It's just so silly, man. It really is, man. Like,
wait, what'd you say? Wait, hold on. What was that last part?
Yeah, I would rather take the Xana Awakens, when Odd, was first meeting Ulrich and all that type of stuff. I would rather take that version of Odd over this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, dude, it's like this episode really pissed me off. I couldn't care about almost anything that was going on. The fact that, what was it? Neither of them, apologized to each other. No, the fact that Odd never apologized to Aelita. I felt like it was really, really, let's say, annoying and such. And again, it's the fact that none of them, let's say, really reflect, the whole group I'm talking about. The fact that none of them was checking Odd for this, or at the very least saying to, checking Aelita for, being, annoying and such, or I guess they were a little bit. But the point is, this episode was just a bunch of missed opportunities, and I guess like destruction of like characters and shit. But yeah, this episode gets enough. Like, I'm sorry, man. It's like if I was to give this a D, I feel like I'd be being too nice to it. Like, I would never watch this episode again unless I had to. Like,
Feel
Control Alt Delete this shit.
And you thought my notes were fire? Yeah, right.
I'm curious what Cam's gonna give it after such a rousing.
Actually, can I change my
Thanks
ranking?
thanks for letting me know that, Momo. I just saw a comment in the chat. Yeah.
Me somewhat unironically giving this an A+ might actually fucking save this ranking.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Wait, what?
Your turn, Cam.
What?
Chips Are Down is still worse in my opinion, but Replica definitely gives it a run for its money. That's what Adam says. You want to change your rank to a D? What was yours before?
Right. It was a C,
Oh, it was a
but
C.
since
What
we
made
had
you-
F tier, I...
Oh my god. Are you serious, Colton?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You're proving Dylan's point now.
Damn.
Fucking thank you!
Wow.
We're past
I already
this.
knew
The
that,
group
but...
decided we are allowing
I'm gonna go
F
buy
tier
some. I'm
moving
gonna go
forward.
fuck May and buy some fireworks.
No, I know, but I thought we were all on pretty much the same page. That we weren't gonna edit this.
Like I was fine. You know, I immediately was like, no one wants to talk about this. I'll just react to J-Man saying playing video games all night is nerd shit, which I don't. What?
I mean,
what?
It kind of is.
Beside the point. Whatever. And everyone just keeps going and proving me fucking right. I don't.
Only
Is this guy talking about-
only Colton has so far. Only Colton has. I mean, he's getting water, but yeah, it's just that now that we added F, people are gonna use F. If people hate an episode a lot,
Yeah.
they're gonna use the lowest ranking, and now that's why Colton has changed his C to a D. But it doesn't make sense because you could have still had it D without the F tier. You know, D's still the lowest.
Yeah.
So what makes you really change it?
What makes him really change it?
Because we already had D. You could have rated it a D. You could have already rated it a D. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I said earlier that the only thing that saved this episode for me was the Nicholas Hurd plot point.
I know, but
That's
you're
why I gave it
changing
C
it
instead of a D.
and now you're changing it to a D
Right.
because
The same argument.
I'm baffled.
Are you confused? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We said that's gonna say that, but that says the episode.
Well,
but let me change it to a lower ranking. Wazy, what are you laughing about?
No, because I never intended to give any episode an F because I figured that was just a thing that we were doing. Because I voted no, mind you. I didn't want to vote yes, but now that the F tier is being added, I'm changing my ranking to fit properly.
I mean, the math doesn't add up. Still, the explanation is a little.
I respect it
because
confusing.
D isn't so Colton's ranking of this
No,
episode.
you said it earlier.
Is
Actually, yeah.
Still
No,
I do kind of.
I get
that?
what Colton's saying.
I get it now too.
Colton
actually.
would rank this as worse as he could if not for the B plot. So because F tier is now the legitimately seriously treated worst
God,
tier, like the worst ranking you could give something, because Colton is ranking this one higher because the B plot saves the episode for him, it is a legitimate D, whereas before it was a legitimate C because D was the worst ranking you could give.
Yes. There you go.
All right, I get it now. My bad. I was just.
You're slow, and I don't
was
blame you, dude.
correct
You've been
when I
doing
stated that this would
we-
change the value proposition of each fucking rank.
We will see.
While
We'll see what happens.
True.
Yeah, go ahead, Wazy. Go ahead.
While true, we as a group agreed that the F tier is now here.
I'm not.
So we
I am
will
not.
accept the
I'm not
consequences.
challenging the. I'm just saying I was right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we
Fair.
should
We're right
stop
about
it now. It's too late. We're already in too deep. We're already 2F rankings of the episode too deep to stop now.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
saying I've been vindicated in my arguments that this would change.
I'm sorry.
Cameron, your turn.
know what?
Rank the fucking
Okay,
episode.
fair
It's
enough.
kind of funny.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry.
Hold on. I just
ahead,
want to
Lizzie.
say, Boss made the excellent point.
Yeah,
we
what
lost
was it?
this episode. We had this episode and lost the mountain replica for it, and that is truly tragic. That's why I started laughing.
Shit, I lost my AirPod died. Oh yeah. Okay, I think I'm back. Hello? Hold on, hello? Nope. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back. Cool. Alright, so... Huh? It was my AirPods, so let me double check. The output should have been fine. Let me check. Oh, I heard that. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right. So, I have one question before I rank this. And I think Flower talked about it, but I kind of forgot if that was the case. The Leo, like, how were the Lyoko scenes good at all? Was it just mainly in the digital C, and then? Mm-hmm. There was a William fight too. It's not. I can find it. No way, let me see. No, I swear I had it. No, I had it. I saw it on the playlist. It is there. It's there. It's there. It's there. It's in their playlist. Unless it's one of those things where they uploaded it later or before for some reason, because that's happened. But yeah, it's on the playlist. No, it's there. No, because I just checked. No, I just opened my stream. Unless Momo said that during the time when I was away. Oh, wait a minute. You know what's funny? I heard my voice and I thought that was enough. I'm sorry. But that's weird because it says that. Let me double check Discord. For output is where it needs to be. Okay, how about now? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Hey, shut up and shut up. Shut up, Wazy. If we were muted, it was only for a couple minutes. When I lost when my AirPod died, yeah. Yes, that's when it happened. It wasn't. It was not. It was not. It literally, the audio, the output had to go out right when my input went out because my AirPod piece died, so I put my other earpiece in. I don't know why the output had to. Like, I don't know. Okay, the output's correct on both ends, so I don't know. I hope they can hear you. Shut the fuck up, Weezy. Can we all talk though, so I can test this? Nope, still can't. They still can't hear you, Weezy. Let me see what happens if I leave the VC. Okay, let's see if that does anything. Hold on tight, 9 viewers. Damn, nothing. For fuck's sakes, bro. Thanks. I don't think it's gonna get fixed. I don't think. Like, I literally did everything I could on my end, unless I have to, yeah, restart the stream. But but I'm not trying to come back from my ranking. So, actually, they can hear me. So I'm gonna say my shit, and then we're gonna end it, and we're gonna come back. What? Can I? Oh, here, hold on. That's funny. Hold on. Just for this moment, let me get a window. I don't think so. You're saying like, no, I don't think that's gonna work, Dylan. Okay, from Discord. Yeah. Hold on. Application, Streamlabs, go live. I don't know what this. Oh, hold on. How about now? Oh, it's. That's weird. It's not showing anything? That's weird. Okay. I thought you said the other way. Okay, here we go. I don't know what this is gonna do though. Yeah, that's the output. What the hell? No, listen, man. I was right here. What? No, it doesn't make any sense. It was not. I don't have proof, but it said
Half the fucking time with my stream. It should be fixed though. You're welcome. How did I?
There, yeah. It came right when you were like fucking cussing at me, you little bitch. That does not. I'm sorry, guys, but that shit does not make any sense to me. I even went to like I opened up the performance. Not performance. I opened up the properties and I was like, okay, it says that's correct. So I switched my output to a different output and then went back to the headphones. Still wouldn't play.
Reconnect your AirPods again?
Yeah, I did that before. So I put my new one on, the other one that's not dead, and then I went to the device output, changed the output, changed it back to the one I had it before, and it wasn't working still. And then when you tell me to go back to open up the window, it works. I'm like, what the fuck? That is not cool. But hi guys, we were back for a few more minutes.
I would highly recommend getting something more statically connected to your computer than your AirPods.
I know, but I don't
Does that mean
have
we have-
anything right now, and my current wireless headphones are starting to like go in and out when people talk, and I don't like that. I've had it for a while, but I have to buy a new one.
You do
at some
yourself a
point.
favor and get something right next time.
No duh.
I'm just never trust wireless except for controllers. That's fine. Wireless
especially the
great.
AirPods.
Wireless communication devices, no.
Yeah, the AirPods. Well, see, the AirPods last 3 hours, and then that's how long I've had them on, so that they died. But my normal wireless headphones, they last days, even longer. But those are kind of broken right now, so sorry, everybody. My ranking. I don't
You should
remember.
feel ashamed of yourself.
I don't remember a lot of Lyoko scenes. I don't remember if the William fights were good. At this point now I don't care. Replica is a bad episode. Besides the Nicholas and Herb stuff, that's some really good stuff. Wish we had more of that. Everyone has already said stuff that they said. I'm ranking it a C. That's how I had it, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. So C. See you later in a little bit.
All right. I was gonna say, Cam, that William shows up, breaks Ileda's fancy little magic shield she made to protect the skid, and then he bitch slaps Odd off the edge into the digital sea, and then he just nopes out once Ulrich and Yumi show up.
Huh. What a pussy. C.
Like the alphabet, you'll
So
see.
this goes in C tier.
Wow, wait, that was worse.
Is essentially the ranking.
Yeah, let's see. Let me get back to my thing. All right, 73. I gotta open up the damn thing again. Okay, there we go. What?
I'd say. What does this average out to?
So,
like I said earlier, we typically run with mode, not average. I'm seeing a lot of C's.
Fair.
So two C's, two F's, and a D. Oh, 3 C's. 2 F's and a D.
3 C's.
How many fucking tabs is that?
I feel like it would be a D.
a lot of tabs.
Yeah,
they're
like
just
D+.
images. That's
Hello?
all. I'm saved.
Hello.
Hello. Let's talk about the rank here.
Sorry. Well, wait, why am I saying sorry?
No, you're fine. You're Flower. You're good, Flower.
Yeah. C's, 3 C's.
Just on vibes.
A D, 2 F's. I think D tier.
I feel.
I don't
yeah.
think F. I think F is too low. Personally.
No, it's not. It can't go. It's not going to go to F.
But like D tier.
The C's and the single A+ lifted out of F, I'd argue. But yeah.
Yeah. That's what
I mean, it could never end up in F with just 2 F ranks anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. I don't think so. Even if the A was a C, I think it would be a C.
I feel like
it would be C at most.
It's gonna be it's like if we keep it at the bottom of the C rank the entire time, whenever we add stuff to C, that would probably make the most sense. Like,
fair.
I don't know. I feel like C is where we should put it out of a certain level of principle.
It would have probably
because it would have been C if we didn't add F.
No. I think Speedy and J-Mans would have stayed at the bottom, the most bottom rank no matter what. So they would have been D's. So it would still be C or D. So.
Yeah,
because what's it? Yeah.
So this is where
So
it stays.
if it had been D, it would be 3Ds against, or actually it would have been
3Ds and 3Cs.
4Cs against 2Ds and an A plus.
Maybe 3Ds and 3Cs and then an A plus.
No, because Colton shifted his to D because of the F tier.
Oh right.
So
But
his
even
was
then,
D.
It would be C.
It would be 3Cs versus 3Ds with the A dragging it into C.
Yeah. I know that's what we're saying. It's gonna be C. No, it wouldn't be higher than that.
This is getting
Fine.
into should we include the F tier again, and we already established if the
Yeah.
F
No,
tier
yeah.
is impacting our rankings, then
Honestly,
it's gonna impact our rankings.
I think
we
it's-
should just stop that
I think
moving
it's-
forward.
Yeah, I think it's just funny because I don't think anyone's saying like we should get rid of it or anything. I think literally we were all agreeing with each other, but somehow we're going in circles. Like it's C at the highest. So we're gonna keep it here.
I think Dylan's just annoyed because if the the
Yeah.
F tier retroactively changes all of our rankings up to this point is what he's arguing.
All right. This is gonna be my final thing because I'm definitely being
So-called
troublesome by
final.
Hunt. Is it a D compared to all the other episodes on the principal way we have compared all episodes prior, or is it a D because the new system by which we are ranking the episodes makes it a D? Obviously, I think we are leaning into the way we are ranking all the way we're going to rank episodes now. It is a D. But if we were to compare it to how we've ranked all previous episodes, it is definitively a bottom tier C. So while it is fine that we are saying under the new system it is a D, it particularly with regards to this season, we aren't far enough into it that it's a problem. But like, what if it was what if there was just more episodes in this tier ranking, and now all of a sudden, all of the Bs are questionably might be Cs? You know, like we're not. If we were deeper in the season, it might be more problematic. But I'm all right. I'm done. I'm done.
Sorry, Dylan.
I've been vindicated at every turn this stream, but I'm done.
It's good. Go out of here.
We're kind of over that.
And J-Man didn't even deafen
It's a
himself.
I will settle for a C.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wait,
think
would
it's a D because
Wait, what'd you say?
That's
Quincy?
my-
It's like C minus or D
Yeah.
plus. It's
It is
around
literally
there.
a flat 70 score, which would put it as a C minus. Like that's how I'm looking at this right now. If we were to put
It's a
it
C.
anywhere, it is a 70, which is a C minus minus minus
Oh, okay.
minus.
There we go.
Yeah, I think bottom of C tier. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Cool.
Let's just add a CD tier and we'll stuff it in there and call it a day.
ADI.
Make
Alrighty.
everyone happy by making it.
This is the most views we have all stream because I think people are like, oh my god, everybody they're fighting.
People just like it when I'm mad. I should be more mad on your streams, Kim.
No.
Ham Rock on tier stream Civil War.
Except
so
all of
who-
us muted.
So
so
is
it's
Captain?
like
Am I
fucking
Captain
himself.
America? And is Captain America that we should have no F tier? And
I'm not
Tony
doing
Stark
this.
is that we
I'm
should
not
have an
doing
F tier.
this.
Who is my fuck? I can't remember. Who's my Bucky and who's my
You don't have
Ant
one.
Man and who's my
You're by yourself.
Falcon
I think you're by yourself.
and who's my Hawkeye.
Go find
Momo,
them.
will you be my Bucky?
Oh my god.
I will say nice
I think
things about
everyone
William
has
if you're my
stopped
Bucky.
caring, so I think
So
you're
you haven't been
Tony at
saying
the
nice
end
things.
all alone, honestly. So this is you're Tony at the end all alone. So
You know what's funny? Give me a second.
You know, Momo, I
to
think
be fair,
I
Tony
think how
held up pretty
William
good despite everything.
is I think how William respects the relationship that Yumi and Ulrich have is really good about him, and you know, honestly, he deserves Yumi more because of that.
Oh my god.
So welcome to the team, Bucky.
Oh my god.
I want
Clip
to
Oh.
Look, I'm nothing
Damn,
if
boss.
but a man of my words, which is why.
Wait, clip what?
Why? Never mind.
You clip it. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I think you can. Anyone can clip it.
I'm gonna go back and copyright claim and block just that one section of the stream and make you have to
Oh
delete
my
it
god.
for infringing on the
You know what?
Game
Just
Bird
for
brand.
you, I think I'll download it. I think I'll keep it. I'll download the entire stream. Just
I'm just
have
being.
it.
I just being pussy. Oh no,
Oh,
we lost.
what happened?
We lost Flower. Damn.
Oh no.
Whoa.
And she's online.
Uh oh.
That's not good. She's offline, makes sense, but she would have deafened.
Oh, no.
She's
Look at
tired of
member
it.
chat.
She's tired of it. I wouldn't blame her.
No, seriously, look at member chat.
But
Oh,
whose
yeah.
fault is it? Because you all know. You all should have known I was gonna do this.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
I
drag
can't
this
lie
on and
during
on and on and on and on
situation.
because I'm hyper focusing now. You fucking assholes.
Oh.
Take a breather. Someone
I
else
can't
said
just
it.
go out.
see-
I can't go out into my living room and vent to Bookbird because she's fucking asleep right now. When she's taking a nap, it would be mean.
Oh my god. Well, when she wakes up, you can vent to your girlfriend all you want, man. So, C tier. Are we correct?
Yeah. I didn't know. I honestly, yeah. I
And
put
now-
it. It's there, right? Yeah. I had a D. I thought it was D for a second, but C.
Yeah.
And
For C?
now, I'd rather not talk about it. S rank.
Oh my
right.
god, I'm not doing another episode.
No,
Look,
we're not doing
guys,
member
do we
episode.
really have
Hell
to
no.
sit here and discuss? I'd rather not talk about it. It's an S rank episode. Like,
I have a headache. That's
there's
why
no
I'm not
debate
doing
to
that.
be had.
Hey, I'm happy we got this episode over because we
It's S
all
plus, right at the top all
we
day.
all knew that this was going to be a loaded stream. Just it was going to be one episode. Everyone's just fed up. We knew this was going to happen. Now it's over, guys. We can. It feels good to know that it's over. And now guess what we're gonna do?
I'm
We're going to play
honestly surprised.
Pokemon. What?
Woo! I'm honestly surprised we cared more. We cared more about the ranking system than we did about the episode.
There's so much that you had to
Because the
make me
ranking
wait over
system
half an
affects
hour for me to do my
everything.
turn.
I mean, hey,
Oh my
hey. Okay, can't y'all agree that that's how bad the episode is? That we
No,
care
wait.
we care something like that more than the
No,
actual
no, no.
episode. That's how bad the episode is,
I
right?
realized no. The replica stream is really an allegory for the episode itself because we
I'm gonna change
started
the
petty
title.
arguing over something stupid. So we are literally replica. This is it.
It's so great.
We did
I hate
it.
it though at the same time.
All right, hot take. Like I know,
Dude,
I know
our-
we
our
didn't
views
agree
are going
to go
up
back
only-
and
only up
redo
right
rankings, but we probably should just go back and redo season 1 on account of the fact that what the fuck were we doing during the season 1 rankings?
We were.
We speed run that
Well, we did
because it only took 2 parts.
Yeah, because we
How
didn't
many
know.
hours have we? How many hours collectively did we spend on season 3 alone?
Oh,
Let me go
too long.
check.
Oh my
Too
God.
long.
Let me go check.
Because remember, we really took we didn't know what we were doing the first 2 streams that were season 1,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay, we can't be talking about. We can't do this for this long. We had to make a mandatory 3 hours max. And that's
All right,
and
let's
season
see.
2 and more are a lot more loaded, so that's why it also took longer to get through them. It's more than just, it's actual lore and plot.
At this point, I think we should just
Take a break
call
for
it a
6
day.
months again.
You know what? I'm asking William to end the stream. Just
So-
end it.
So
Please.
we spent 18 hours on season 3.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Where?
It's your fault.
We spent
I'm
nearly
kidding.
twice as
Hello.
much time on half as many episodes.
You rang.
Yep.
I heard William.
Yeah.
You know what? I really.
You know, hold on. And for season 2,
Wait, how long was season 1 again?
season 1 was
Like
8
8
hours.
hours.
8 hours. Yes,
Oh, God.
that's a work shift right there.
Yeah.
We had 14 viewers.
What do you give Replica at Momo?
I think that's a new record, or I think that's the highest we've been before, and it was only during the craziness. I just kept seeing the number go
We
from
spent
8 to 10 to
22
12.
hours on season 2.
How, 22?
Yeah, 22 hours on season 2.
That makes sense. Season 2 is a
And
lot
so
of stuff.
far on season 4, we spent.
What about season 3?
Season 3 was 18.
Okay.
Only 18.
I didn't think it could have been more than season 2 because that'd be weird.
Yeah.
But a little too. But I think it was kind of higher than I thought.
How long have we been live for?
2.5
Too long.
hours. Almost a full.
2.5 years.
Almost a full stream.
2.5 hours?
Yeah.
We're already at 10.75 hours for season 4.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
We have spent
And it's
more
extra long
time
too.
on
By
the
5
first-
episodes.
first what? How many episodes into?
This is what
Four are we?
episode 1, 2, 3,
Like-
4, 5, 6.
8 or something? 6, wait.
We did 8 episodes, so
We
we would be
spent-
on the 9th one next week.
So we've spent 10.75 hours on only 8 episodes in season 4,
Yeah,
which is more than we spent on the entire set
It's gonna be
of
a
season
long
1.
season.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long season. We're gonna have over 30. 30 hours for 30 episodes, but probably more, at least.
I will say something. Voss Boss is right. If this were Xan Attack and we were the Lyoko Warriors, we really would be cooked. Because we've just been sitting here arguing with each other instead of getting the job done.
Speak for yourself. I'm over here with William. Like, I'm good. I'd survive. Y'all can argue.
What exactly are you doing with William? Are you fighting him? You're supposed to be fighting him.
This is a
Why-
PG-13 stream.
Why'd you have
This is
that?
PG-13.
I mean, the word does start with F, but I'm not gonna say what it is.
Oh no.
This is a PG-13 stream. When we're off stream, it's a whole
Goddamn.
different discussion.
Well, I don't even.
Oh
Look,
my
all right.
God.
Anyways,
Look. Everybody knows that Momo, like if Momo was a Lyoko warrior, it'd be like that one scene in Evolution where Xana's trying to goad William or coax William into rejoining his side, except there wouldn't be that part where like there's any refusal. Momo would just be like, "Yes, William, I'll fight for Xana with
I
you."
got you, boo. Let's go. Let's run it up.
Oh my god.
all right. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream now. We will be back in 2 weeks. 'Cause we do this every other Saturday now. We like to give ourselves a break, especially fucking today.
Yep.
We are gonna hop on Pokemon. Also, if you want to join the chill after stream, please do.
The after show.
Yep. That will be.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A little more inappropriate because I'm here now.
I thought it was the same, but yeah, no, it's. Please join for the vibes. It'll be a few moments till we transition to that. So, but very soon here. So bye guys. Thanks for joining the
We're
chat.
at point.
Yeah.
Matter Mob Production.